Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of the Movie Champs Show. I'm your host Walker Cheatham, and with me tonight I have
EJ Flemming.
Gosh, guys, this feels like the very first time for us anyway, because I think this is the first time we actually started on time.
Yes, this is the first actual 9 o'clock Movie Champs show.
Yeah, and the first ever, or not the first ever, first time in a while that we finally got to do it on a Friday.
Yes,
which has
yes.
always been our target date.
Yes. Friday at 9.
This is exciting.
Yes, it's very exciting. Yes, we're actually on time.
And as far as I can see, we're streaming because we're in green. So,
yes.
Guys, this is so far. It's
been much better than last week.
So I think we may as well just call it a day, guys. And
good night, everybody. I'm going home.
No, okay. So this is episode 9. So it's taken us 9 episodes to. Gosh, I don't want to jinx us, but to get us to this point.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, yes. Guys, we have a pretty stacked show. We got a lot of news. I won't summarize too much about what we're talking about today. We've got quite a few DC things to talk about. Usually it's Marvel, so today's DC.
Well, it's all DC because we're doing a Marvel review today. Because obviously.
Oh yeah. So we've got to review a Marvel movie. You are anyway. Because only one of us got to go see Thor Ragnarok, and that would be him. Hopefully we'll go see it tomorrow.
Notice the happy expression on my face.
So
let that be a clue.
I'll either try to do a review by myself or save it for next weekend's episode. I don't know. Well, depending on where my confidence is when I try to do a review by myself.
Before we start the show, our review writer Alex Smith, he just recently had some appendix.
Oh yeah, he had an appendix removed, I believe.
Yeah. So
thoughts and prayers with him, Alex Smith.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah. So get better, man.
Yes. And also Zach, you may notice he's not here today. He is setting up lights for one of the biggest Christmas displays in the North America, I believe is what it is. Is what their record is. So he's obviously spending a lot of time on that right now. So I don't know when he's coming home, but he'll probably be gone for a while.
Yeah. Setting that up takes time.
I bet. So, and we obviously got movie trailers that we like to review. And we'll be talking. Well, I guess we got a game. Box office predictions.
Yeah, we still got our box office predictions to do.
Yes, we got the box office predictions. So, I mean, if you haven't seen this show before, that's pretty much the gist of what we do in this 2 hours time slot. And
yes.
play a lot of games at the last.
And then towards the end, we play a lot of games, box office predictions being one of them. And this is the box office predictions title. Yeah. Notice it's hanging from my microphone. Yes. It may not be hanging from it by the time we get there, but who knows?
So you're the two weeks in a row champs.
I'm the reigning defending.
Yes. So I'm considering renaming the show, because if the host isn't the champ, then why call it the champs?
Because you have a champ on the show.
I don't know if that counts.
Come on now.
All right, so let's see here. Since Zach's not here, I'm going to be moderating the
chat this week.
Yeah, so we got Hey Guys from Night Hippie Chick.
Hello.
Our regular biggest fan. And we got Jonathan Drew. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you made it through the first 5 minutes, because I know that's all you watch, Jonathan. All right, so
that's funny.
All right, let's go ahead and get into this show.
Yes.
So our first topic that we will be talking about is, you may have seen this in our title, Lion King cast has been revealed. Good gracious, let's stop dragging my screen. Here we go. So Disney has officially introduced the full cast for its upcoming Lion King. Beyonce, who was previously reported to be eyed for the film, has been confirmed as Nala. Simba, played by Donald Glover's childhood friend and later love interest. Jon Favreau is directing the film as his follow-up to his successful Jungle Book remake. Jon Favreau says, "It is a director's dream to assemble a talented team like this to bring this classic story to life." He said this in a statement on Wednesday. What's up with that? Oh, nothing. Okay. So here's the full list with some of the names as well as the others who have been reported over the last few months. James Earl Jones is going to reprise his role as Mufasa, while Chiwetel Ejiofor is stepping in at the villain role as Simba's Uncle Scar. Alfre Woodard is voicing Simba's mother, Sarabi, with child actor J.D. McCrary playing the voice of young Simba. Shahadi Wright Joseph is voicing young Nala, and other voices include John Connie as the baboon Rafiki, and John Oliver voicing Mufasa's confidant, the hornbill Zazu. Simba will, along the way, meet two new pals, Warthog Pumbaa, played by Seth Rogen, and Meerkat Timon, by Billy Eichner. And also, the three menacing hyenas will be voiced by Black Panther actress Florence Kasumba, and Eric Andre, and Keegan-Michael Key.
I can only imagine which one Keegan-Michael Key is going to be playing.
So the new Lion King is set to open July 19th, 2019. How's this news? How do you think of this news anyway? What do you think?
This might be the first remake they get right.
Really? You didn't like the Jungle Book?
Oh, besides the Jungle Book.
Oh, besides the Jungle Book, yeah, okay.
Obviously, the Jungle Book was good. Because I really didn't like the original animated Jungle Book. Yeah. But the live action one was really cool.
And I keep hearing people, there's some complaints a little bit about this Lion King, possibly because there's not going to be any human characters to balance it out, the animation or anything. But I really didn't even care too much about the human characters in the Jungle Book. I was really more impressed by how everything was CGI. Mm-hmm. The technology that they've advanced to make that movie was amazing. And I'm really, the entire time I was thinking, watching that movie, because I wasn't a huge fan of the Jungle Book either, I was thinking, gosh, how good would this look with the Lion King? And we're getting that, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I see nothing wrong. And the one thing I would say is I'm not a huge fan of Beyonce as an actress, but as a singer, it's perfect casting. If they're making this a musical.
Oh yeah. If it's a musical, it's gonna make a lot of the songs they sing in the movie better.
Yes, and I really would like to know who is doing the music for this. I'm hoping that they bring Elton John back and Hans Zimmer. I forgot who they are. Tim Rice, and Elton John to do the music for this movie, because I mean they don't even have to update the soundtrack. The original soundtrack with all these because Donald Glover's a great singer. I mean, Bounce is great. Everybody on here has some singing background somewhat.
And I would also like to see a little Childish Gambino for the Hakuna Matata, but that's just a personal choice of
that'll
mine.
probably be like an alternate track on the soundtrack.
Yeah, I would like to hear like a little bit of that for Hakuna Matata, but that's just me being a little more laid back Simba. You know, that'd be something he would do for that. But you know, I'm excited for this. I can understand the complaints about them calling this quote unquote live action,
right? Due
to the fact that, like they said, there's no human characters in it. It's more of a CGI remake at this point.
Gosh, yeah, but just the CGI is ultra real CGI.
The CGI is to the point where it looks live action. I give it that,
right?
But I can understand the complaints about it being called live action.
And I heard that they did the opening scene. They played it at Comic-Con, or no, D23. They played it at D23. And everybody was blown away. So I'm curious of how they did the opening scene as far as the music goes. So
they probably just did it like they did in the original. They just had the sunrise, all the animals congregate to Pad Rock, to the coronation of Prince Simba.
But wouldn't that have been the answer as far as who's doing the music for this movie? Because they just haven't announced it. But I mean, unless they just did the with the different audio, like music, they just did the music from the original, which wouldn't be a problem.
That would not be a problem at all.
So I don't know. There's a lot.
Or even if they use the track from the Broadway musical.
That too. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Either way, I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I'm pretty sure it's a musical. Otherwise, why would they want it to be Beyonce so
bad? Okay. Yeah, that was a clue to me that this is still going to be a musical, and I have no problems with that whatsoever.
Yeah, none at all. Okay, so guys, let us know what you think about this this casting.
Below.
Yes, please leave it in the comments. We definitely would like to read that at the end if you guys have any opinions on that. So our next story is Flashpoint is dependent on the success of Justice League. On a recent episode of Meet the Movie Press, Variety reporter Justin Kroll revealed that Warner Brothers is currently waiting to see how Justice League performs both critically and financially before moving ahead with multiple superhero movies a year. No duh.
Yeah, that is called.
That's almost not newsworthy.
Yeah, that's almost like duh.
Yeah.
You just pretty much said, well, we've had shaky foundation. Wonder Woman was good for us, but we want to see how Justice League does to let us know if this really was just a one-off.
Right.
If Justice League does well, then yeah, we're probably going to get like 3 of these a year now. Kind of like the Marvel formula.
Right.
Like this year alone, May, Guardians, July, Spider-Man, November. Today, as a matter of fact, Ragnarok.
And I know they were talking about how they are downplaying Ben Affleck's role as far as in the Justice League marketing. There was a poster that they released the other day, the big animated one that had Aquaman at the top and Wonder Woman at the top, and then they just see like the side of Batman's face where everybody else's face is facing forward, and they're like, that could have been absolutely anybody there. Part of me thinks that that's because of the scandal that's going on with Ben Affleck and pretty much all of Hollywood right now.
Yeah, Hollywood's on fire right now.
Yeah, so I think that was just a quick makeup poster. Batman's in here too, but you know.
Yeah, Batman's here. He's here.
Yeah. So,
but maybe not Ben Affleck.
Because I know a lot of people were saying, oh, maybe this is the answer for whether or not we're going to get that standalone Batman movie. Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't know. I think it's more to do with the scandal, and because he's not going to do any marketing for Justice League at all. He's not going to do any interviews, I'm sure of it.
He's going to lay low.
He's going to be dodging those questions, because that's going to be the first thing anybody's going to ask him.
And maybe Warner Brothers and DC doesn't want that attention either.
Right. So it makes sense that they would.
It's like DC just cannot catch a break.
Right.
DC is like it's like, man, it's like they almost had it. The Justice League could have been it, but then it all fell apart without it. And it's so most of the times it's not their fault.
Right. So I mean, they just had the premiere. I think this weekend or sometime earlier this week. I think Wednesday or something. They had the premiere. So there's still. Yet we're not going to be able to hear any official reviews on it until I think a week before the movie actually releases. They have the embargo set for that, so they haven't been doing anything like Marvel did with Ragnarok, where they pulled it a month before the movie was released or so.
And it's still at 95%.
Right. So
yeah.
So they're not pulling that so far, and they did. I mean, they did it with Wonder Woman too. They started getting those positive social networking reviews. Or reviews on social network. They pulled that embargo, but they have not done it yet, as far as I know, for Justice League.
I don't know if that's
But I mean, the only people that have probably seen it, I don't think they've had any real press screenings. I think the only people that have seen it were the ones that were at that premiere the other day. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and also, unlike the Marvel movie, Thor Ragnarok's been out technically a week already because it came out overseas first.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
So, it's technically, they could at least do it a little earlier because it was coming out a little earlier in other places.
You're right. Well, I guess we'll have to see when Justice League is released.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks. It's coming very soon.
Yeah, I wonder if Ragnarok's third weekend may take a bite out of it, or people go see Justice League come out disappointed, and then see Ragnarok for a pick-me-up. Who knows?
Maybe.
I'm not saying anything, but that's just an odd idea I thought I had. I don't know nothing. As the box office prediction game may tell you later. Hint, hint.
Right. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next story. Mark Strong is in talks for the villain role in Shazam. The Kingsman actor is in talks to play the DC Comics villain Dr. Sivana, I think that's how you say his name, in New Line Cinema's upcoming Shazam. The DCEU film recently set Zachary Levi in the lead role, as the story revolves around a young boy who transforms into a mighty superhero simply by uttering the magic word Shazam. All right, EJ, what do you think about Mark Strong being in talks for the villain role in Shazam?
After what happened with the Green Lantern movie.
Okay, let's mark that out. He's more than made up for it.
I know he's more than made up for it, but at the same time, it's kind of like after what they did to me the first time, would I really want to come back?
Right.
Because like Green Lantern was okay, so he was good as Sinestro. I will give him that, but it's like one of those things where like it's like, do I really want to come back to this, or do I want to keep doing something else? Maybe that's probably why his character did what they did with his character in Kingsman.
Right.
Because he was in talks to do this. So since he may be freed up, he may be busy with this movie now. We can kind of do what we did with him to open the role up for someone else.
Okay. Are you familiar at all with the Dr. Savannah role? Do you think?
I know nothing of Shazam outside of Black Adam.
Okay. Yeah, I know that's kind of the consensus with a lot of people that ask about Shazam.
Yeah, the only thing I know about Shazam is that Black Adam is like his enemy, and that's it. Shazam is kind of like one of those ones where he pops up, it's like, oh, cool, he's here, but then it's like, what do you know about him? Ooh. I know nothing except that Shazam.
Right.
It's to help you find music.
Besides that, anyway, I'm a huge fan of Mark Strong. I think he adds a lot to whatever movie he's in, regardless of the Green Lantern.
Yeah, because he was what made the first Sherlock Holmes really good.
Yes, and I thought he was one of the better parts of Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I mean, he was obviously awesome. Everybody was awesome in the first one, but as far as the sequel, he was.
He showed a lot. He showed a different side of that character.
Yes, and he brought his game to that movie, and I think he brings his game to a lot of movies. He was a good villain in other movies. I don't want to say the movie. Either way, yeah. So I think that's really good. What do you guys think? What do you think about Mark Strong? You a fan of him? You think he'll make a good villain in Shazam? If you know anything about Shazam, let us know, or the villain character. Leave that information in the comments. I would love to know a little bit more about this character. Anyways, let's go on to our next story. That's because it's pretty much related to this.
Yeah, like we just mentioned his name like maybe 10 seconds ago.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can say this without butchering his name. Adam Sztykiel in talks to write Black Adam. The undateable creator, Adam Sztykiel, is in negotiations to pen the screenplay for the New Line Cinema and DC Comics film Black Adam, starring Dwayne Johnson as the anti-hero. Black Adam, who was introduced in 1945, serves as the main arch-nemesis to Shazam, a teenager who can transform himself into an adult superhero. Alright, EJ, what do you think about Adam Sztykiel writing Black Adam? You can see my notes.
Oh, I'm looking. That's why when the camera cuts to me, I'm just staring a hole into my tablet with the notes in front of me, because here's the 3 movies that are in the notes that he wrote. And I'm going to name them in terms of quality, from worst to best. Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul. That was the most recent one, right?
Yep.
Okay. The Road Chip, the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie, the most recent Alvin and the Chipmunks movie, and Due Date with Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, that one was actually okay.
That's why I said from worst to best.
Yeah, that one was okay, but that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
It feels like almost a decade ago, but I mean, that movie it came and went as far as how memorable it was.
Yeah, but it was fine while it was on. So you're batting 1 for 3 based on our notes, and now you want to tackle a DC property? No.
And Undateable is, I don't watch a lot of television, but Undateable was one of the few shows that I would watch, and I didn't hate it, but it definitely was not, I don't care to see that writer or creator do anything outside of that show. I'm not mad that it was canceled. So
yeah, but then now you got The Rock involved in this. I don't know.
And Zach and I actually watched Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Long Haul about 2 weeks ago. It was not bad, but it's definitely I wouldn't even call it part of the series because it was kind of a reboot.
Yeah,
it was the worst of the series. So I actually liked the first one, and I liked the there's 3, right? Yeah, I liked the 3. I did not like The Long Haul that much. So
because there was I think it's only been 2, wasn't it? Because there was
Roderick's Revenge.
No, there was
not Roderick's Revenge.
There was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and then there was Roderick Rules. And then it went to Long Haul. I don't think there was. I think Long Haul was 3 of them.
Because I thought I had. Let me see here.
I'm looking at your collection now because you actually have one of them up here somewhere.
I have 2 of them.
Yes,
but I think there was the 3rd one that I don't have.
Yes, you have Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You have Roderick Rules. But I think Long Haul is the most recent one.
Maybe you're right.
Because I know they made more books. But I don't think they adapted them all. I think they combined a lot of them into one movie. But
we could Dog Days. Roderick. Okay, Dog Days was the third one. That one was the worst out of those three, and then this was even worse than that. Ooh. But I liked the first one a lot. I thought the first one was really good, and I thought the second one was okay. The third one I thought was the worst one until I saw The Long Haul. But I thought it was if I hadn't seen the first three, I would have thought that was an okay movie. But I just, I have to compare it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Either way, and the writing in The Long Haul wasn't exactly the worst part of that movie, but either way, there's nothing here that says that excites me to hear that he's writing the Black Adam movie.
No, not at all.
I sometimes wonder how this happens. It's like where did they look in the DC has a lot of money. Where did they see in there that said I want this guy to write the Black Adam movie?
Maybe he's easily controlled.
Maybe he's a good pitch. Maybe he had a good pitch. I don't know.
Maybe he's like I said. Maybe DC gets a lot of people that they feel like they can control a lot easier.
That's what worries me because this guy, I don't know. He's the sequel guy apparently.
Like Marvel for it, and I hate to bring them up again for all the viewers out there, but again, I have to say it. Marvel brings in people too.
Yeah.
And they have a little bit of a tight stranglehold on things for what they do, but then you also still feel their originality in the movie at the same time. So they're strict in what the story they want to tell, but how they tell it is up to them.
Because, I mean, I like seeing The Rock and stuff.
I do too.
But there's no denying that Rock does some crap movies, but he's usually the best part of those movies, and I don't want that to be the case with this.
I don't want to sit through this movie, man. Everything else sucks, but The Rock was good.
Yeah, so maybe I want to know who the director is.
Yeah.
Maybe that can help me feel a little more excited, because, I mean, I can only be so excited about when I hear The Rock as being in a movie. Because he's in 10 movies a year, it seems like. So I can only be so happy to hear that he's in another movie. But I would definitely hoping that he gets something in good quality. So that's about all I care to talk about that story.
Yeah, I'll take care of the next one.
Okay, cool.
All right, this one is about Quentin Tarantino writing parts for both Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio in a Charles Manson movie. The summary says that Tarantino planned to make this film, a drama set in the late 60s, early 70s, Los Angeles, with the Weinstein Company.
Yeah.
But those plans imploded with the scandalous removal of Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein, I had it right. All right. Yeah. After the revelation of a litany of nightmare stories about forced sexual encounters with dozens of actresses and women who worked for the company. Deadline reported months ago that Margot Robbie had been asked to play Manson murder victim Sharon Tate, and Tarantino has roles for and has had conversations with the likes of Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Tarantino standby Samuel L. Jackson, who have all starred in his movies before, but no casting commitments have been made so far.
Oh gosh. This is probably one of the. I mean, I'm always excited for a Quentin Tarantino movie, but this is probably the one I'm most excited for, especially now that they're breaking away from Miramax and the Weinstein Company. Because have you heard about how he's getting this movie pitched to these studios? How he's inviting like the executives over there. He's making them read it on the spot, and then they come back, and then they make their pitch for how they're going to market this movie for him. And I mean, he's making them jump through hoops to get the rights for this movie.
Because that's the kind of name. It'll be a big pull if they manage to pull Tarantino away.
I mean, it makes they like the the recognition that he gets as and the admiration he has as a director. But Hateful Eight did not do good in the box office.
It did not.
But that was critically one of his weaker ones. As far as, I mean, I love the movie, but there was critically, if you compare it to a Quentin Tarantino movie, that was one of his weaker ones with the critics. Some of them were a little mixed, but that's not usually what you get from a Tarantino critic movie, acclaim. So, I mean, I hope they're excited for him, these studios, because it's pretty much everybody but Disney are who I've read are the studios that are trying to get this movie.
And understandably so.
But with people like Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio being attached to this movie, that makes more sense why the studios are reaching out for this movie.
Mm-hmm. I would, if I was a studio, I would work hard to get this movie too.
Yeah, so I think even Brad Pitt would appreciate it a little more. He hasn't had anything. I don't think he's been nominated since Benjamin Button, if I'm not wrong, and he hasn't been in anything Academy Award level probably since then either.
No, he has not.
I mean, he came close with
Fury.
He came close with Fury, but that was really a bummer how little that movie got recognized by the Academy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I see nothing wrong here. Is it according to this is, I don't know. This is gonna be really fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be very interesting.
So I'm looking forward to it. Guys, what do you think about a Quentin Tarantino movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Samuel L. Jackson, the likes? This is Margot Robbie. I'm really excited to see this movie. I can't wait till they begin production, and I can't wait to find out who is going to be producing this or distributing this thing.
That would be very interesting to see.
Yep. So here's a little one that's a little off.
A little random.
A little random piece of news here.
Mm-hmm.
Meg, or what's recently been retitled The Meg, gets a PG-13 rating. Those looking for a true terror and nasty shark-on-human carnage may be a bit disappointed to learn that John Turteltaub's recent retitled The Meg, based on Stephen Alton's Shark Attack novel, has been handed a PG-13 rating by the MPAA this week. A deep-sea submersible, part of an international undersea observation program, has been attacked by a massive creature, previously thought to be extinct, and now lies disabled at the bottom of the deepest trench of the Pacific, with its crew trapped inside. With time running out, expert deep-sea rescue diver Jonas Taylor, played by Jason Statham, is recruited by a visionary Chinese oceanographer, Winston Cho, against the wishes of his daughter, Sayun, played by Li Bingbing.
I think that might be Suyin.
Suyin, played by Li Bingbing, to save the crew and the ocean itself from its unstoppable threat, a prehistoric 75-foot-long shark known as the Megalodon. This movie is supposed to be released August 10th, 2010. Let me go to the actual
okay, you may have made a mistake by saying August 10th, 2010, but it does sound
did I say 2010?
Yeah, but
2018.
But I will say that this script sounds old.
It does sound old.
It sounds very old. It sounds like it came out it was written around the time of a movie like Deep Blue Sea.
And I hear this movie's getting like a massive budget too, like almost $200 million.
So who's releasing this?
That's a good question. Let me go ahead and pull that up.
Because if it's Warner Brothers, they learned nothing.
They learned nothing.
They've learned nothing.
The Meg. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. I usually have that information at the ready.
Because if it was Warner Brothers, they just learned this lesson a couple of weeks ago with Geostorm was Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Gosh, okay, here we go. This is being released by none other than the Warner Brothers.
Did you not learn anything from Geostorm? Did you just not learn anything at all from Geostorm?
$150 million budget. Oh, gosh. And Jason Statham was just making his comeback, too, as far as being in a theatrical released movie.
You better be glad you have a Fast and the Furious spinoff in the can right now. You better be glad, Jason Statham, you actually have that lined up already.
Gosh, I don't know how this shark has to be, because I mean we're getting to like maybe 3 shark movies a year. And just because this one's a bigger one does not make it more interesting.
No, okay, it sounds like something from the Sci-Fi Channel.
There you go.
It actually sounds like this is like a Sharknado spinoff.
Right.
There's a deep sea submersible in trouble. You're a deep ocean diver. You go in there and Jason Statham a 75-foot shark to death.
I mean, and as far as like the low budget ones, like 40 meters.
47
meters down.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that one did well, but it had a really small budget. Because that's doing well enough to get a sequel. But either way,
because they're doing it on the low budget, realistic end.
Right, and this one's doing it on a high budget, $150 million.
The only saving grace in why this movie is getting so much money and all this and all like that, because Monarch might be involved.
What's that?
If Monarch is involved in this, I will forgive this movie.
Is that a production company?
No, Monarch is from Kong Skull Island.
Oh.
And also Godzilla. They're like the shield of that universe. So, like, if the Megalodon is also a kaiju, I'll forgive this movie because they're actually trying to make a tie to this whole universe. If it's just a dumb shark movie, I'm going to go be relentless.
What's the production company that does that, or that does those movies again?
I think it was Legendary.
Legendary. Okay, well, they're not attached to this.
Well, then, nope. I tried Warner Brothers. I really did.
Well, I mean, what this book that it's based off of, Meg, is supposedly a really good book.
Oh yeah, most books get turned into bad movies because they cut out all the good stuff out the book.
So, I mean, I don't think when they were writing that book, they were imagining Jason Statham or anybody. I mean, I like Jason Statham. I like some of his movies are dumb cool.
Oh yeah, like the obvious example of dumb cool, Crank.
Yeah, I like Crank a lot.
Funny story about Crank. Crank was supposed to be a video game first.
Really?
And when you look at it, it goes, this plot does work better as a video game. Yeah. But seeing it in live action is just that extra level of, well, you know, it's a movie. And then High Voltage went to another level of, okay, this is just really stupid now.
But, I mean, you got Jason Statham and you got several Asian actors. But then the next two names that I recognize is Ruby Rose and Rainn Wilson. And they definitely aren't selling movies. So they are really relying heavily on the effects for the shark, I guess.
I know, they're really
to sell this movie.
No, it's not the effects of the movie they're relying on. It's the Chinese audience. Hence why they got these.
Yeah, you make a point. Warner Brothers movies do seem to do well overseas.
Especially since they have two well-known Chinese actors in this movie.
Because, I mean, that's why most of their movies, like Pacific Rim and stuff, are getting their sequels, is because they did better overseas than they did over here.
Yeah, like our box office doesn't really matter anymore if they can get into that one, and then our box office supports that one.
So you just solved this entire
now it may not work. Theory. It may not work now because recently they thought Blade Runner would do the same thing,
and it did not.
And it did not.
Bad. It did really bad.
It did really bad in China. So who's to say that the same thing may be for the Meg? The Meg may be a box office success. The Meg may fail. Who's to know, really?
I guess we will find out in August. That's a pretty impressive. August is kind of the end of the summer release. Yeah, because we had a weak August. We had a pretty weak August.
Yeah, we did.
This year.
It was the first time in a long time they didn't even have anything ready for Labor Day.
For real, yeah. So
Labor Day is usually like the last big summer movie.
Yeah.
And they didn't have one ready.
Nope. So, well, I guess we'll find out this coming August because next year is.
And not unless this movie will probably get delayed. And the PG-13, you know.
Yeah, and the PG-13 thing. I mean.
And you spend $150 on a movie, you want that movie money back.
So I don't know. I want to see the statistics on whether or not a PG-13 does better for box office than R rating anymore. That's what is the main thing.
I would say it still does because with an R-rated movie, there's like you still have to rely on parents buying these tickets for the movies. For a young audience, but with a PG-13, a kid can go see this movie by himself.
But most of the back in the day, it was like movies on cable and stuff. Like there was more control, I guess, for the parents back in the day. But now almost everything on TV is almost R-rated, except for if you're watching like local channels, which hardly anybody watches anymore. Mm-hmm. So,
and even then, that content is catching up with them.
Right. So parents are becoming a little more lax as far as what they'll allow their kids to go see in movie theaters nowadays.
Yes, exactly. But at the same time, though,
they have to have their. I mean, I guess you have to have your parent with you to go see this movie.
If it's R-rated, your parent has to be with you.
Okay. So that's the problem then, because they don't want to bring the parents in. The parents don't want to go to the movies anymore.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know. So
and
they don't want to make.
And like I said, the more money you spend on it, the more you want to be able to recoup that money. Not less. A lot of times when movies go R-rated, it's because R-rated to make a lot of money because they're established names or something, or is it just something people really want to see? Like It, for example, that was an established name, and it was actually the version people wanted.
Right.
So when they got it and it was actually good, they came out and supported it.
Okay.
So it's not so much the fact that is it really R versus PG-13. It's more to the fact of, are they willing to see this movie even though it's rated R?
All right, guys. Let us know whether or not have you read Meg? Do you like Meg? Are you excited to see Jason Statham in Meg? And what do you think about it being rated PG-13? Let us know in the comments, because I mean, I don't know anything about Meg, but I don't. PG-13 shark movie does not sound like anything I care to see. So.
Well, see the thing about a PG, and then also with a shark movie, like him technically not being a shark but being more like a creature, they could probably get away with a little more.
Well, this better be a really good script and a really good movie and really well acted, because if I'm going to see sharks, if I'm going to be underwater, I want some carnage. And I don't like the water to begin with. So if I'm going to watch other people be in the water, I want to see them get eaten by sharks.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Okay, so we just talked pretty extensively about movie theaters. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about
movie theaters and how Disney is strong-arming them.
Here we go. So Disney's strict terms for theaters exhibiting The Last Jedi. Disney is reportedly, per the Wall Street Journal, demanding a 65% cut of The Last Jedi's domestic ticket sales, along with a 4-week hold in each venue's largest auditorium, and a 5% box office penalty to any theater owner who breaks any part of the contract, including taking the film off screen. The Force Awakens held the number one box office at 4,134 theaters in its first 4 weekends. Last December, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, held at 4,157 theaters in its first 4 weekends and charted number one for 3 of them. All right, so that's a little turning this into a little bit of a business talk here. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Don't like that?
They going for the throat, but
yeah.
Can I get the pen's in front of me, right?
Hang on. The pen's in front of you, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of math real quick.
You're a little far away from your mic, though.
Okay, I'll move the mic a little bit closer to me.
There
all right.
You go.
So here's I'm gonna do a little math real quick.
Oh boy.
Okay,
I'm glad you're doing it.
Okay, Force Awakens made what, 250 million in its first weekend?
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
In its first weekend.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up real quick and make sure. The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm. So 2/3 of that would be about $166 million, give or take.
Yeah, you're trying to divide the math or the theaters.
Yeah, so the theater would be pulling in about 33.
Lifetime opening weekend 247,960 or 247,966,675.
Okay, so like we'll just round up to 250 million. We'll just round up to 250 million.
Yeah.
So the theater will still hold about $83 million to itself.
To itself.
Mm-hmm. And I have to give Disney $166 million. If The Force Awakens, if The Last Jedi,
I would trust your math, your hand math, rather than mine. I should have pulled up a calculator. But yeah, that's pretty good. I mean,
excuse me.
When the thing I worry about are not the big theaters. They're going to do fine. I worry about the little theaters.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because I mean, they're going to do well.
Because I have to take into account that that's not just one theater.
Right.
That's the collective total from all the theaters that they have to give to Disney.
Because the big theaters are going to be playing this in like 4 or 5 of their theaters.
Like the AMC bar in our area is going to have all 4 of them.
They're mega theaters.
The 4 biggest theaters is going to be.
They're IMAX.
It's going to be IMAX.
They're Dolby.
And then the 2 other ones are going to be the normal theaters, but the biggest ones, and then maybe 1 more in a corner somewhere.
Right.
So that's 5 total right there in our theater alone.
Yeah. But, I mean, when The Force Awakens came out, I was actually with my ex-girlfriend at the time, or my girlfriend at the time, in Front Royal, Virginia. They have one movie theater in that town, and it's called Royal Cinemas. That movie theater has a total of 4 auditoriums. Or, they're not even called auditoriums. Their smallest theater... I had a friend growing up. I grew up...
Story time with Walker.
So, I had a friend growing up. I grew up definitely lower class. I was not in the middle class. I had friends that were in the middle class. And I had one of my middle class friends growing up. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. His parents had a very large house. And he had a playroom. I didn't have a playroom growing up. I had a play corner with my brother in the room that we shared. So he had an actual playroom that was up in the attic.
Wow.
In that attic, he had, at the time, it was a 50-inch big screen TV. This is the mid-'90s, so big screen TVs were rare to have unless you were in the middle class. And this is a 50-inch big projector screen TV in his attic playroom. The smallest theater at Royal Cinemas was half the size of my friend's playroom. It probably sat about 20 seats in there. There was probably about 2 or 3 rows. And I sat in that tiny theater. I did not see Force Awakens in that theater. I actually went 30 miles out of town, out of the city to Winchester to go to the Alamo Draft House. Draft House. But I did go see some movies in that theater. And I did look up online. They are playing this movie there. So, their bigger movie theater is a little bigger than that. But it's still not much bigger than that little attic space that they had to play those. That's actually where I saw... crud. What's the sequel to 10 Cloverfield Lane? I saw 10 Cloverfield Lane in that itty bitty tiny theater at Royal Cinemas in Front Royal, Virginia. But that being said, I worry about them more than anybody because some of these theaters like that might not take that. They might not risk. If they have other bigger theaters competing around them, they're not going to want to play that kind of movie there because it's just going to cost them money in the long run if they have to take it out because it doesn't happen to do well there. It's a gamble for them because they're already taking a larger cut from what they would normally be getting from a ticket sales. So they would be relying mostly on their concession sales, which will do well if they can get that audience in there. So
I can see why you would be a little apprehensive about it, and I agree with you because I was doing the math, calculating like, okay, about the theater, like the theater around us will probably take the deal because they know they're gonna sell enough tickets to not gonna feel that pinch too bad. But then I didn't think about the smaller theaters because we don't really have too many smaller theaters around here.
Right. So it might not affect our area, but there's smaller towns that I know only have one or two one theater or something in their town. They might not want to take that risk, but I mean, obviously that's probably. I mean, if that's the only one that they play, it might be okay. But I mean, they have their. I don't like them being forced. I would never want the government to regulate movie theaters like that. But I would also would like Disney to not do that to them.
Not hurt them like this because then if you say no, well, Disney may not send other movies your way in the future.
Yeah, Disney does stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Disney can do that.
So
Disney will adapt without you.
Yes. Because I mean, I know from working in IMAX as a projectionist, I know how it can be for theaters that have a limited amount of films that they can play. I've had to go home early because we couldn't sell the tickets to the last 2 shows of the night. I know that does not do very well for theaters like that. They've actually had to do away with big movies like that because they just couldn't afford to keep them in there. So I don't like that theaters are having to make this kind of decision. But it is December and there's other movies that are going to be playing. So I hope the ones that do pick it up are able to handle that. Because I mean, if they can get that crowd in, that's fine. But if they can't get that crowd into their theater, then I don't think that they should take the risk.
No, I don't think they shouldn't either.
So they're making these theater owners gamble. But I mean, it's going to do well over here either way. I know. know that much.
Now that we spent so much time talking about how it's a bad idea to bad idea for smaller theaters to pull the Last Jedi into their theater, let's talk about the new TV spot they just dropped for the Last Jedi.
Yeah. So the last.
Tommy Wiseau.
Am I on the wrong one? There we are. Okay.
I did not use the Force, Luke. I did not.
Oh, boy. Okay, so The Last Jedi TV spot. A new Star Wars The Last Jedi TV spot debuted Thursday evening during Game 7 of the World Series, and while it mostly features footage from the previous trailer, there are a handful of stunning new shots, including that the one of Luke Skywalker, or Mark Hamill, played by Mark Hamill, back in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon for the first time in decades. There we go. Let's get back to our main screen here. So we both watched the TV spot. We did not watch it on during this athletic event.
No.
But I know we watched it online.
Yeah, I was mainly at work while it was on, so I may have never known about it because I was at work.
Yes.
And then I didn't even know that a new one dropped because I didn't see it anywhere on Facebook or anything until I came to do the show today. He said, "Hey, you see the new Star Wars TV commercial?" I'm like,
yeah.
No. So then we pulled it up on YouTube and I watched it, and it made me more excited for the movie.
Yeah. I really liked it. I liked seeing Luke Skywalker in the Millennium Falcon, and I thought there's a lot of misdirection maybe in there, because there's that one part where Rey is standing, or we believe is Rey standing over Luke Skywalker, and at the very end of that TV spot, I don't know. There's so much that I feel like is misdirection that I'm hoping is misdirection, because otherwise it's spoilers.
You know what? Because it looks like it might be that they're repeating what they did for The Force Awakens again, and it was very good that they did that again.
Yes.
Because when you watch The Force Awakens trailers, you would watch it like, okay, this is cool. But what does it all mean? And then people were guessing and all this and all like that. And then when everything we guessed was pretty much wrong,
yeah,
it made the movie more interesting because we didn't predict what was going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I wouldn't even rather not have the misdirection. I don't know how to explain. I don't want the misdirection because that feels like a spoiler in itself. Because I was like, oh, why did they show that? Because that either is a spoiler or it's misdirection. But either way, it could be a spoiler.
Well, it's not a spoiler. See, misdirection works so well is because you can see it out of context all day long because you don't know the context of it. But once you see the context and see that same scene in context, is no longer a spoiler.
But the thing is, Lucasfilm and Disney, they know that hardcore Star Wars fans are dissecting this trailer frame by frame. So they're not going to. I don't feel like they're going to put a spoiler in there.
And then not only that, they might be doing misdirection in that changing backgrounds.
Yeah.
Because they did that for Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
Like a lot of in one trailer, they showed Hela doing something to Thor's hammer in one location.
Right.
But in the final movie, it's not that location at all. It's somewhere totally different.
Gotcha.
So it's like.
So maybe it's just nothing. Or, I mean, it's obviously something, but it's also nothing at the same time. Hopefully.
Yeah. It's one of those things where they're showing you cool moments, but out of context, we don't know what the moments mean.
Right.
So so it's like we know these moments are from something, but what led to this? That's the important question.
Right.
What led to these characters making these dialogue, saying what they said? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's cool that we're getting those moments. It'll be even cooler once we understand the context of these moments.
Gosh, and Star Wars is such a beautiful movie to watch in the theater. I liked how they're using color with the red and stuff. Or obviously somebody's going I think somebody's going to go dark in this movie. But I liked how they used like red and Snoke's throne room and all that they showed in the or in that TV spot. But I don't know. I mean, they've been doing it with several other movies where they're working in color, especially with Thor Ragnarok and stuff. And these, but either way, it's a way to make these a little bit more modern, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's a really really good TV spot, and I hope I don't see any more of this movie until it comes out. We don't have to wait very long because it's December 15th, so it's just a little over a month. What's up?
How many trailers to Force Awakens did we get before it finally came out?
3. Two trailer or one teaser, one trailer, one TV spot, just like we have right now.
Okay, then we do have enough.
I mean, they had a couple teasers that they put on Instagram and stuff, but that was obvious. That was all in the trailers and TV spots too.
And I do want a pet porg. I do.
I hear there's a baby porg in there somewhere too. They're gonna sell some merchandise.
We've already seen pork pops, so
yeah, pork
pops. They've already started the merchandise machine on porgs, and I'm all for it. Bring them on.
I actually have not started. Zach's not a Star Wars person, but I need to actually start on the Star Wars pop collection.
Yeah, I want a porg. They're cute. They're adorable.
Because I almost bought. They had a Princess Leia pop on the day that Carrie Fisher passed away. I was actually at a comic book shop in Virginia Beach whenever I got the news, and they had the Carrie Fisher or the Princess Leia pop in there. I was like, gosh, I should get it, but I actually have not seen like the value of those actually going up since then for some reason. That was weird. Okay, so go ahead and move on to the next trailer, which is the Disaster Artist trailer, which I guess I kind of spoiled that a minute ago.
Yeah.
So A24 has released a new trailer for the Disaster Artist, directed by James Franco and written by Scott Neustadter. I don't know how to say that. Neustadter. And Michael H. Weber, who's wrote 500 Days of Summer. The film follows the making of Tommy Wiseau's The Room, the infamous cult film that frequently cited as one of the worst movies ever made. The Disaster Artist will come out in limited release December 1st, 2017, and wide release December 8th, 2017. What did you think of this new trailer for the Disaster Artist?
I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately.
What? We didn't play it before.
No, we didn't play it before.
Oh, dang.
But you know, I do. Remember from the first trailer, I do want to see the Disaster Artist. They got a standee of the Disaster Artist at the AMC. Me and you both need to take a picture with it before the movie comes out.
Dude, I should have had it set up where we could just do a live reaction to it. I don't have that.
You know what? It's fine.
It's a solid trailer.
I understand it probably is. It's just the fact that we forgot to watch it on the nice, beautiful TV behind us.
Yeah.
But hey, you have the Disaster Artist. I have Ragnarok. It's not a fair trade, but...
Well, either way, guys.
Yeah.
If you have not seen the second trailer for the Disaster Artist, it's pretty amazing. This is where you actually get more of a feel of the character Wiseau, Tommy Wiseau, or who Tommy Wiseau is in this trailer. Because the last one, it was a lot of just cut scenes, where this one you actually get to see him acting as Tommy Wiseau. And you see his relationship with whoever played Mark, his brother. Dave Franco's playing Mark in this movie. You see his relationship with him, and this one you actually see how this is more of a melodrama than it is a comedy. Maybe. I mean, there's obviously a lot of comedy in there, but this is more melodramatic than anything. And you see some of his, I don't want to call it delirium. What would you call it? His... Uniqueness, yes. Some of his disconnect from what we would call reality, I guess. You see some of his, a lot more of his personality in this trailer, and you see why James Franco might get nominated for an Oscar for this movie, because he looks like he's acting the heck out of this film. And I'm really excited to see this. This isn't going to be the first time you're going to hear me say that tonight either, because there's some another trailer that we're going to talk about.
That is the weirdest thing. That's the weirdest thing. This movie went from a curious little Adult Swim watch to being made into a movie about being made, then making Oscar nominations.
Can you imagine James Franco going up there and accepting his Oscar, and Tommy Wiseau being right there on his side while he's accepting an Oscar for this movie?
I would think Tommy Wiseau would immediately just pass out because he would never thought it would be.
He should have never been on. Nobody would have imagined him being on that stage.
I just did Samurai Cop 2. What am I doing here? Why am I here right now?
Oh my goodness! I want James Franco to get nominated and win just for that, because I'm pretty. He's gonna break. Because Tommy Wiseau's been going on the
press tour
with him, trying to market this movie. He's given it his full blessing, which he should, I guess.
Yeah, it's like the first good thing. Well, not the first good thing, but the best thing that's come out of this movie.
Yes. So, I am so excited to see, because I have not been a huge. I mean, I talked about the other day, Child of God, I believe it was, that James Franco directed. I talked about that the other day. That was a pretty good movie. But most of the movies that he's directed are, because he directs like 10 movies a year, seems like. But only some of them, like this one, get the actual recognition. This is probably the first one that's actually been recognized by anybody. But I like his little Western style movies that he does. But this is the first time I've actually been really excited to see something he's directed, especially because it's related to something that I have not even seen yet. I still have not seen The Room.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to do, and maybe even commentary on.
Maybe, yeah. So
maybe you put a little drop in the bucket on our Patreon, and we get to work on that. Because someone's got to buy the movie first.
Yeah, I got to buy
it. Put some money in the Patreon. We can afford to buy it and commentate on it.
Yeah.
For you.
All right, let's go.
Patreon.com/moviejams.
You said you watched this one? Okay.
I did see the Downsizing.
I've actually seen this one.
Yeah, this one actually played before Ragnarok.
Okay, so this is the Downsizing trailer number 2. You want to go read this one?
Yeah. Paramount has released a new Downsizing trailer. Alexander Payne's new film takes place where scientists have created a method of shrinking people to 5 inches tall, thus creating a new economy where a person's financial worth goes much further. Matt Damon plays a financially strapped guy who decides to go small, but is left adrift after his wife, played by Kristen Wiig, bails once he has the procedure. It is scheduled for a December 22nd, 2017 release.
So, I like Alexander Payne's movies. I've pretty much seen, I think, everything. Actually, I can't think of anything I haven't seen. I've seen Election. I've seen the Descendants. I've seen Nebraska, Sideways. I don't think there's anything About Schmidt. That's the other one. I think that's the only one I have not seen in a while. But I've seen pretty much every one of them, and I like all of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, what is extra? Something's getting a little buzzy. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm picking up that little bit of a buzz too.
Oh, well. Okay. Hopefully it's not too noticeable. Hopefully it's not coming out of their end.
Yeah, hopefully not neither.
But anyways, this looks really good. It looks really different from stuff that he's done before. Mm-hmm. But I know whenever the first trailer came out, okay, I think it went away. When the first trailer came out, there were, like, the very top comment that I saw on YouTube was, Kristen Wiig's character obviously dies. Somebody was saying, because you don't, after he shrinks, you don't see her the rest of the trailer. So I was like, because I think they even said in there that there's a risk of death from getting from shrinking. So I guess people said, okay, so she either dies or she backs out. Mm-hmm. So I guess after that, people want to know or I guess they're going ahead and saying, now this is what happens to Kristen Wiig's character in here. She doesn't follow through, which I think is a little more interesting.
Yeah, because if she was dead, it wouldn't be a dramatic. It would be sad. But
but there would probably not have been a lot of development there.
Yeah, but plus there's always the option that she could decide to do it in the end.
Right. So, whether he wants her to go through with it or not, it was pretty. I like the way that his reaction to that. Him screaming into the phone, "I'm 5 inches tall." Oh my goodness!
She went all the way to shaving her head before she realized, hey, I may not want to go through with this.
You're right.
It's just so you back out right after I get out the oven.
Right. Yeah.
And they pick me up like a gingerbread man.
Yeah, that was pretty
put me on a cooling rack.
So I'm interested in seeing this little small world that they created in this movie.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. Even though I'm not a drinker, I thought it was kind of funny when you see them like got something on tap. And you're like, oh, that's some cool water. You see it's an absolute vodka bottle. Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way. But if you did shrink someone that small, that would be a lot of vodka.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take much to get them drunk.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Downsizing. Just for Alexander Payne alone, I would see anything because he's a pretty solid director.
I want to see it just because it's an interesting concept. It looked like they took it seriously and actually executed it in a way where it almost feels plausible.
Right.
It doesn't feel like, because like they said, when you're small, your money would be worth more because everything you're buying is so tiny.
Yeah.
Because you're not buying like a table that's $100 because it's got so much dollars worth of material. You're buying a table meant to fit a 5-inch person, which is infinitely cheaper to make.
I like I like that little part where I guess he's in like a I don't know if it's a lawyer's office or what, but he's signing a form.
He said, at least big enough to see.
Yeah.
He turns around and says,
it said as big as you can. And he's like rolling the
you're like, really? Like,
yeah.
Really? This is so embarrassing.
Yes. All right, guys. Have you seen the Downsizing trailer? Let us know what you thought about it. Are you excited to see it?
Let us know in the comments below.
Yep. So we're going on to something that's I'm a little bit more excited to see than Downsizing.
Yes. Me too. Now that
especially
I've seen
after seeing this trailer.
Yes, both trailers.
Oh gosh.
I've seen both the green and red band that came out. So
yeah,
I'm really excited to see this next movie.
So we had a red band trailer for I, Tonya. We actually talked about the regular trailer, I guess, or teaser that came out 2 weeks ago, I think. Mm-hmm. So following a teaser trailer just 2 weeks ago, Neon has released the red band trailer for I, Tonya, the biopic of infamous figure skater Tonya Harding, starring Margot Robbie. So what did you think about this? 'Cause just even in the trailer, they're calling it what do they call it? Goodfellas on ice, basically.
The Goodfellas of figure skating.
Yeah, the Goodfellas of figure skating, and that's exactly what I thought about. As far like, especially at the beginning where you see her narrating, I was like, this feels like a Scorsese film, and then you see some of that violence that's in there, and then a little bit of comedy in there. Gosh, it feels.
I'm just gonna say it. December 8th is going to be a tight day between The Disaster Artist and I, Tonya.
Oh man, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be double. It's gonna be a double feature for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to swing one or the other, and it might come down to a coin flip.
I might if it's a Thursday. I don't know. One of them is gonna be at 7 o'clock, and one of them is gonna be at 10 o'clock for me. I'm gonna do both. So I'm probably gonna do it on a Friday.
Yeah. All right.
Either it's gonna, or maybe I'll see one 7 o'clock. One 7 o'clock Thursday, and then go right after work and try to catch it if we do a show on that Friday.
Yeah.
Depending on what we're doing that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a double feature though for me. Whether it's 2 days split or 2 days in the same day.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see I, Tonya. It looks good. It looks darkly funny, and sometimes I like a good dark comedy, especially since this is based on a true story.
And I don't think that they're actually playing. I mean, playing Tonya Harding out to be like make you feel sympathetic in this movie.
See, they're playing her like
you're understanding her a little more.
You're more understanding, but not sympathetic.
Right.
You understand what she's been through to make her choices that she did. But you don't necessarily give her a pass, neither.
Because you're getting Margot Robbie and Allison Janney pretty much, fighting it out in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
at one point, Allison Janney just throws a knife into her shoulder, and then Tonya Harding just goes, "Well,
like this is normal.
I'm leaving now. Bye."
Yeah. So
I'm like, "Wait, what? I didn't know that was the kind of part of their relationship."
I feel like at the very least, Allison Janney's going to be nominated Best Supporting Actress for this movie. She disappeared, or she's in this character. This is the most dedicated she's probably been in a movie that I've probably ever seen from her.
Hey, comment section. Let us know if you want us to see us do a live Oscar show.
Dude, that would be kind of cool.
Like if you want us to see, like, actually on a Sunday, we sit down, actually watch the Oscars and comment on who won and who lost.
Maybe we'll do it. We'll do it live. We'll just we'll disappear during the actual Oscar part, and then. I don't know, because I like the part about seeing some of the reactions, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see how we'll figure that out when it comes, because it's a little over 2 months away.
Yeah, like I think the ABC.com will probably stream it.
I was having because I don't have cable, and the antenna doesn't really reach out here unless I get a roof one.
Did you not just hear me say ABC.com?
Well, no, they did. That's what I was getting at. They didn't stream it last year.
They didn't?
No, they did not stream it.
Oh.
That was what I was getting at. I could not stream it. I had to watch it, as best I could with my antenna because I couldn't get it. I could not get it. I could not find a way to stream. You can stream it. I think you have to have like a cable package or something. I don't remember, but there was some reason that was keeping me from streaming the actual Oscars on ABC.com because I was looking at every option I could find to try to watch it. What's up? I don't know what that was.
It was a message of some kind from somewhere.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but let us know if you want us to see like us do a reaction or release or something for the Oscars. We'll try to hammer out the logistics between now and then, but let us know if there's something you want to see.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it figured out how we can get it here. But yeah.
Hey, you say you have Cox, right?
No, I don't have it. I have Cox for internet.
We'll talk after the show.
Okay. Because I can pay them the $10 a month to get the local channels. I just don't like signing contracts.
No, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, so that was the I, Tonya Red Band trailer that we talked about, and that is the very last topic that we have to talk about.
Yes, it is.
So now we are getting to the the fun part.
We're getting into a slightly fun part of the show.
Okay.
We're going to do the box office predictions.
If you guys are familiar with the box office predictions, then I am about to throw you through a loop because I have a very brand new way of graphic of giving you guys the information.
Nice. Nice. That's real nice. Oh, I see our choices at the bottom.
Yeah, that's our choices at the bottom of the graphic.
That's awesome. That's very awesome.
So you guys can tally up. So you see in the orange, that is where we always predict, or when we give our number one prediction, we also will try to give you guys a guess of what we think is going to make in the box office.
As number one. And
since it's in orange, that means that we actually went over our guesses. So we're actually going to start from number 5. I think that's where you normally start at. So the number 5 movie in the box office was Blade Runner 2049, making $4.1 million. In its fourth week, with a grand total of $81.5 million in its domestic total. EJ's prediction for number 5 was Thank You for Your Service, where mine was Happy Death Day. Mm-hmm. So clearly we were both incorrect.
That's why, hence the red.
Yes, that's why we are red. Mm-hmm. So number 4 was Happy Death Day with $5 million in its third week with a domestic total of $48.4 million. EJ predicted Suburbicon. I predicted Geostorm. We were both wrong. Mm-hmm. Number 3 was Geostorm. You guys, you see how close I was. Mm-hmm. Okay. So number 3, Geostorm, with $5.9 million. Its second week domestic total was $23.8 million. EJ predicted it
would
was
make a
going
big
to
jump.
make a jump. Would have to make a big jump from number 10.
Well, considering the how much did it make this weekend?
It only it made just a little over $1 million at the number. I think it was at number 10.
Okay, I see. What I was predicting was like it was going to make a jump because the weekend didn't look. The rest of the movies didn't look that strong enough to hold. So I thought it would make enough of a jump to jump into like the third spot.
So yeah, it was number 10. Actually, made $2.5 million. Mm-hmm. So not too bad. Not too bad for number 10.
Yeah, but like I was figuring like Geostorm would fall off lower. So it could make a lot less and slide in at number 3.
Yeah, for some reason nobody went and saw Thank You for Your Service because I thought it was going to be number 3, and I was wrong. Number 2, not too shabby for us, $10.1 million for Boo 2.
And we both predicted this would be where it is.
Yes, and its second week, $35.6 million. And its domestic total for its second week. Oh my goodness! So yep, we were both correct about Boo 2 being number 2.
So Boo 3 is coming in like 19.
Yeah, guys, get ready.
Get ready.
Number 1, not surprising, Jigsaw. What was surprising was how much it made: $16.6 million in its opening weekend. EJ predicted that Jigsaw was going to make $40 million. I predicted $28 million. So neither of us. We both pretty much canceled each other out there because we tied, and we were both incorrect because we do it like a Price is Right style. It's not whoever gets closest; it's whoever gets closest without going over. Mm-hmm. So I did go over, so I am just as canceled out as he is.
Yeah.
So
in the event of a draw,
it goes to the last week's champion.
Belt remains with the champion.
Yes.
So I am still your reigning defending champion. So I'm 2-1-1 now.
Yes. So I will be accepting congratulations though.
Yeah, because I will concede that he was closer this week than I was. Because where his 4 and 5 fell was
I was pretty much thank you for your service. If that was taken out, Geostorm would have been right on at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Death Day would have been right where we're supposed to be at number 4. And I don't know why I didn't think about Blade Runner 2049 even staying in the top 5. I just for some reason am so disappointed with how that movie's done that I just figured it was going to drop out of the top 5. Because I mean, either way, $4.1 million in its 4th week. That's still pretty sad. So that is it for. Gosh, guys, I did not realize we were not on the screen anymore. So let's go ahead and show you what's releasing this week.
Yeah.
So actually, Bad Moms came out Wednesday on November 1st. 3,615 theaters for Bad Moms Christmas. And Thor Ragnarok opened, technically last night, but today, and 4,080 theaters. So with that being said, I think let me go back to our screen here. I think we can easily at least predict what the number 1's going to be.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to think about how Bad Moms Christmas might do. Let me see, because Bad Moms Christmas, I don't think Bad Moms opened very well, but it did pretty well still. It held for a pretty long while in the top 5. Let me see how it did here. Let's see what its domestic total was. So Bad Moms' lifetime gross domestically was $113 million. And its opening weekend was $23.8 million in its opening weekend, which isn't too bad because that was better than any of the top 5 right now, how they opened. I mean, not technically how they opened eventually, but how they did this week. Because Jigsaw was the number 1 and only made $16.6 million. So that's a pretty weak top 5.
Very weak. Very, very weak.
So it's interesting to see how a movie that opened on Wednesday is going to play out the rest of the weekend.
Because what I think is they're going to do, what they were going for was the counter programming method.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You don't want to see Ragnarok, if you're not into comic book movies, don't want to see Ragnarok, come check out Bad Moms Christmas.
Was I like Bad Moms? I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie too. We may be in a minority on it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it a lot.
And I did too. So I'm actually, and I'm not totally upset about the trailers. I saw the red band for Bad Moms Christmas, and I've seen the regular one for Bad Moms Christmas. It looks like a pretty funny movie. So since you went first last week, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you do your whole top 5 now, and I go after you.
Okay. Gosh, let's see. Let me go ahead and write out 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is rough. Because I have a feeling
there's going to be a surprise somewhere we're not thinking about.
I think this might finally be the time where we will see Blade Runner 2049 drop out of the top 5.
No doubt.
Unfortunately.
No doubt.
So I think I feel like it's just going to slide over. I feel like everything's going to slide over. Happy Death Day is going to be number 5.
Okay. I see some things falling out in favor of some.
We need to point this out real quick, because I know you put the Suburbicon in your top 5. Suburbicon in its opening weekend was number 9. That was really disappointing.
Oh yeah.
Because critically it was panned. And apparently that affected its. I feel like it did affect its box office. Because only people that were going to go see this movie were movie fans, and movie fans watch reviews and read reviews.
Yes.
So,
and some of us take it a little more to heart than others.
Yes.
And then some of us will defend will be like to the death.
Yes. So, it felt uneven, just as I predicted, and because they said the first part feels like a Coen Brothers movie, and then there's a part that's tacked in there that clearly was written or prepared by George Clooney that felt out of nowhere. So there you go. Anyways, back to the program.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, I am going to put Geostorm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty confident in my top 5. Number 3, Boo 2. And the top 2, I'm gonna give Bad Moms Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Jigsaw's gonna fall that hard?
Yep. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there was a surprise there, huh?
Yeah, surprised at staring you in the face is the number 1 movie from last weekend.
Let me take out. What do I want? I'm either gonna take out Geostorm or Happy Death Day. How close were they in the box office here? 5.9 for Geostorm.
And 5 for
and 5 for Happy Death Day.
So
but Happy Death Day is going into its 4th week. Geostorm is going into its 3rd. But I feel like everybody that's going to have seen Geostorm, I wish are done seeing it.
Me too.
I wish they were done seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
So Happy Death Day definitely deserves to be in the top there. So, but there is no mercy here.
No.
So
there will be no mercy shown in the predictions.
Let me change something then. I guess number 5 will be. I really want Geostorm to drop, so I'm changing it. So number 5 will be Geostorm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And number 4 will be Boo 2.
Okay.
It deserves to be at number 4. Number 3 will be Jigsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 will be Bad Moms Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is where it's going to get, because I feel like we're almost giving the exact same list. I don't know what your list is, but I feel like it cannot be so far off from my list.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to be interesting is seeing where Thor Ragnarok is going to land in its opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So Bad Moms is number 2, and number 1, obviously, Thor Ragnarok.
Very much so.
So Thor Ragnarok in its opening weekend will make, man, I want to say 110 million.
Okay.
That's where I'm going to put it.
Okay.
110 million.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead and give yours.
Okay, and my number 5.
This is only Friday, so I already know you don't know how it's going to do.
No, I do not know. No, because it just came out today, so I can't make a guess on that. Okay, my number 5 is going to be Boo 2.
Boo 2 at number 5. Whoa! Wow, this is controversial.
Not really.
Man,
I would write it on a piece of paper and stomp it with my shoe, but that doesn't fit the nature of the game.
Nah.
Okay, number 4, I'm going to make Geostorm.
Geostorm number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You are changing it up a little bit.
Number 3 shall be Jigsaw.
Fair enough.
Number 2, Bad Moms Christmas. And my number 1, Thor Ragnarok. But where we differ, I say it is going to make $115 million.
Bruh. Okay. That's fair. You are Price is Writing me right now.
Yes.
But
this is the $1 bid.
That is the $1 bid. You're adding the 5 to make it not seem like it's too much of that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much that.
Yeah.
Right, so
that's what the Price is Right is. But then it could go 112 and then you would win.
That would be more realistic. That's kind of where I was picturing.
Yeah,
it going.
but I say 115 though because Good Movie is getting rave reviews.
Right.
It's getting Guardians of the Galaxy for the first one's level reviews.
Except for this one's actually an established character, which makes it different. Which should make my 110 feel like nothing.
Yeah.
But it's just been such a weak year. I don't see anything but The Last Jedi making over 200 million this year. Because even Guardians of the Galaxy, what did Guardians of the Galaxy 2 make? Its opening weekend. Let me pull that up. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because that was an established character. Arc character.
But the reviews weren't as good as the first one. They were
That's
still
the
great,
problem, yeah.
but they weren't as good as the first one.
Where this one's got better reviews
than the last two. Which is bizarre, but well earned, as you will soon see after we get done with this portion of the show.
So in its opening weekend, Guardians 2 domestically made $146.5 million. So you might do pretty good next week, unless your Boo 2 thing isn't too solid.
Yeah.
So I might be relying more on the accuracy of my placements than the accuracy of my opening predictions.
Yeah.
Because this one's been getting good reviews for the last month, whereas Guardians had an embargo up to about a week before its release, I believe. So
I guess once you start hearing that everyone's talking good things about the movie, say, well, you know what? Open the floodgates to them all.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I will win this one day. I keep getting so close. I keep getting really close. Because I'm always like one under or something, whereas you pulled a movie from the top 10 and thought it was going to be its number 3.
Yeah.
From number 10 to number 3.
Yeah, but...
and number 9, you thought was going to be number 4. But I was just one underneath everything.
But like the old saying goes, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Okay, so we have held this back about long enough, I guess. We actually were supposed to do this. Were we supposed to do this? We were supposed to do this before box office predictions. You are supposed to give your Thor Ragnarok review. We were supposed to do that before box office predictions, but I did not put that in the notes, so it's on me. But either way, it's your
I
turn.
would like to do it after the box office predictions, because it actually explains why I think it's going to make so much. Because it's a great movie.
Is it?
It is really good. I would like to call it Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5.
Okay.
Because it actually had that same kind of thing going on. Like, even the intro was like nothing you'd expect from a Thor movie.
Oh, we're going to preface this that this is not a spoiler review.
Yeah, it's not a spoiler review.
So don't turn off the program now.
Yeah, no spoiler free. The way it opens up unlike any other Thor movie before it. And then when the situation changes and then he gets back to Asgard, that's a very funny scene.
I just want to point out that Night Hippie Chick said, "Congratulations, Walker." And there's some other stuff in there, but it just says Walker. So I just want to say that.
Yeah. I'll look at the credit. I'll look at it later to see what it says. Okay, all right. Anyway.
Zachary Cheatham says he's unsubscribing.
Of course he is. Anyway, unsubscribing from your that's not cool. Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It had a lot of good comedy. Tessa Thompson was awesome as her character.
Valkyrie,
yeah. She was really good. Jeff Goldblum is the Grandmaster.
Really? New character is good?
He's very good. And also, apparently, just like in the comic books, he's the Collector's brother.
Really? That's not a spoiler, is it?
They don't say that outright in the movie, but that's
okay.
But that's who his brother is in the comics. So Benicio del Toro's character from Guardians of the Galaxy is Jeff Goldblum's brother. So Infinity War is going to set up that hey, they may meet and do something together.
Hush. Oh, all right.
Well, okay, someone's getting excited.
Yeah. Probably some neighbors across the street. All right.
Archie.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Calm down, Arch. All right. Anyway, movie was really good. I keep saying it because I mean it. It was good. I enjoyed everything about it. It had good comedy, good story.
So, how did you feel about this being such a different tone than the first two Thor movies?
I thought it was great to even poke fun at the tone of the last two Thor.
Really?
Of the last Thor movie at one point in this movie.
So they break the third wall or something?
No, they don't break the fourth wall, but it's something that happens in the movie that is a direct it's like a direct retelling of the events of something that happened in the Dark World but done in a way that was very funny, as opposed to it just being as serious tone as it was in the first one, in the Dark World.
Okay. Night Hippie Chick said we should have rock, paper, scissored to determine who the actual winner is.
Did you still want to do that?
You know what? I mean, if it will get me the belt, I will take whatever I can get.
Okay. Ragnarok review on hold. Rock, paper, scissors. Best 2 out of 3.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Dang it. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win. I get the belt. Okay. Thank you for that suggestion.
Thank you, Night Hippie Chick, for that. And because I am a gracious
I don't care. Give me the belt. Thank you. Okay. Cool. I got the belt, guys.
Oh, yes.
I will accept everyone's congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations will now start for the next hour. The first person to stop will be executed. Oh, yes. That was funny. I like how you said, I don't care. Give me the belt.
Okay.
It's not hanging right. You're just disrespecting it. I'll help you hang it better in a minute. Next episode.
All right.
All right. He has his title now. He has his gold.
Now
he has his precious.
Now we can focus on this Thor Ragnarok review.
Now that my mic stand is empty, he can concentrate fully on the review now.
This is a real champ show now.
Oh,
this is a good show. This is the best show I've done.
Okay, because it started on time and you have the belt. Anyway, back to the review. Go see Thor Ragnarok. They even say at one point in the movie.
Woo! Go ahead. Sorry, I just pasted a lot of stuff into the comments.
Okay. Anyway, go see Thor Ragnarok. It's really good. 9.5 out of 10. Kate Blanchett was amazing. Carl Urban as Scourge, one of the best characters in the movie. He was funny.
Really.
It was his character arc was very interesting because the way you see him in the trailer is not the way he's presented in the movie. It's very well done how they did Scourge.
That's his character?
Yeah, his name is Scourge.
What does he do?
At first, he's just like he's operating the Bifrost Bridge because something went down that I can't say.
You're right.
That's why Heimdall's not doing it. But something happens, and they explain why in the movie why it is the way it is, and it's wrapped up real nice. And then when he gets to Sakaar, the comedy is nonstop. Everybody plays the role very well. Mark Ruffalo was Hulk. He was really good as both Hulk and Bruce Banner. It was very good. And it also started a new arc for Hulk, like they said it would. And it left you with a question about the Hulk that you're not sure of the answer of, and you have to wait till Infinity War to get that answer. And I like that.
That's awesome.
It left you in a place of, what does this mean for him now at the point of at this point for his character? And it was very cool that they did that they didn't give you a hard, firm answer, but yet you still got something to think about.
And Kate Blanchett, how was she as a villain?
Oh, she was pretty cool. She was actually pretty cool. The way her character was done was very unique, and in fact that she wasn't just a big bad that they just pulled out because they needed a big bad. It made sense. Her character arc made sense.
Right.
Who she is and why she's doing what she does makes sense.
Well, that's good. So, I don't even know who. I want to scale it. Who's the worst? Who's your number one villain so far in this MCU?
My number one MCU villain? I will have to give this to Zemo from Civil War.
Fair. I liked Zemo, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Zemo. Helmut Zemo. I really enjoyed what he was trying to do in the Civil War because he was unlike most other villains who was all about trying to do what he do because they want the world and domination and all like this. He did what he did solely out of revenge of what happened to his family at the end of Age of Ultron. It actually humanized him to the point where he's like, I'm using my skills to do this thing, and he didn't even seek personal reward out of it, because if you remember at the end of it, Spoilers, by the way, for those who haven't seen Civil War.
Oh, right.
If you remember at the end of it, he was going to kill himself. So he didn't even want to be around and see the end result of his work. He just wanted to do what he did, and that was his goal. Only reason why he's still alive now is because Black Panther stopped the bullet. But that was like so dark for something that's been so light for so long, where it's been so, over the top, world destruction, all this kind of stuff. Here comes a guy who just wants to destroy them from within, and then after he's done what he's done, not even enjoy the fruits of his labor because he's done. And I thought that was a very cool villain for the MCU.
Okay.
And my worst villain, I have to give that one to Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy. He was, even though the Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my favorite MCU movies, I will admit he was the weakest villain with Malekith from Dark World close behind. Because they were both kind of the same, really. Just dude wrong for some reason long ago. Now he feels they must pay.
Got it.
So they were kind of just weak, stereotypical villains.
All right, so I know I usually like to comment on the technical aspects of it. Is there anything technically?
The movie was shot beautifully. It was actually very clever. The special effects were real good. The way they redesigned the Hulk to add more Mark Ruffalo into it, that was cool little touches of that. And where the way they filmed certain scenes and the way they framed certain things made sense. There was one transition that if you're not paying attention, you won't realize is a transition. It's really cool how they do it too.
Right.
It was very good. The fights were the action was really cool. The comedy was awesome. The score was unique for a Thor movie because it wasn't really like a lot of horns and things like that. It was more like a...
Because the music was done by Mark Mothersbaugh, right?
And this one was more of like a techno synthy kind of thing, more so than your traditional fantasy.
That's something he's known for. I mean, I remember back in the Rugrats days.
Yeah, if I was to give you a closer, someone said it best. It's like he actually made a Flash Gordon movie, but he just used Thor.
Yeah,
but it was really well done how he made this Flash Gordon movie.
Okay, so
he knew what he was going to do when he made this movie, did it, and we got his vision through perfectly.
That's awesome. I am looking forward to seeing that hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, you really need to go see Thor Ragnarok. You obviously know the deal. Stay for the mid credit and post credit.
Okay. So final question: What is your rating?
I gave it to you already.
I was texting probably.
You were looking. You read the rock paper scissors thing and said yes, let's do this. 9.5 out of 10.
9.5 out of 10. Okay, so it's up there with your. Oh wait, no, you gave that a 9. I was gonna say the one we watched the other day, Marshall.
Yeah, it's up there with Marshall. It was actually a really good, well done movie. Big change of tone for Thor and the MCU as a whole. It left the MCU in a very unique place right now. And then the mid credit scene, it opened it up even further because if you actually did see the Infinity War teaser that was online,
I did not.
The mid credit scene may tell you why it was the way it was in that teaser trailer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Now I definitely need to go see it.
Yeah.
I really was hoping that they were going to attach the Infinity War trailer to this movie.
I thought they were too, but
so maybe they're saving it for Star Wars?
Either Star Wars or Black Panther.
Black Panther's later, right? That's not until next year, February? Yeah, we're definitely going to get it hopefully before December. Mm-hmm. Hopefully by December.
Hopefully that'll be the thing that additionally draws people in. They drop the...
At some point, it's just going to be too far. It's going to be too close to Infinity War's release.
But at this
Infinity's in August, right?
May?
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. It's going to be December. It's got to be December. Because Avengers 2, they waited way too long to put out anything for Avengers 2.
They waited about as long as they did for the first Avengers.
But they shouldn't have because it didn't do as good. It didn't do as well. I mean, critically, it was their fault. But it did not do as well as the first one.
Well, they're both trailers for Avengers and Age of Ultron both came out in October. This one broke the trend.
Right. Okay.
So they might have something extra special cooked up for Infinity War now.
I mean, they have to. They're spending $1 billion on these last 2 Avengers movies.
Oh yeah, and a certain hero from a different MCU film makes a cameo in Thor Ragnarok.
No.
And if you've seen his MCU movie, you know who it is.
Dang, I don't even know where you're going with this. It's an MCU character?
Yeah, he was the scene they had together in his movie was a post credit that they expand further on in this movie.
We're gonna have to talk after the show. That's pretty interesting. You guys put your let us know. Did you see Thor Ragnarok? Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. No spoilers, please.
No spoilers,
none
at all.
I don't want any spoilers, or I'm not going to read the comments.
None at all.
Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to try this. We're going to try this out, guys. We are going to try this out. We saved it for the end because, you saw last week's show, some of you anyway. You saw parts of last week's show anyway.
Yeah, it broke up and chopped out real bad.
So it worked for me earlier.
Yes,
it worked for me earlier. I was able to stream and play a game at the same exact time.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to try out something that I have not done on the live show yet. Mm-hmm. And just excuse me a second while I prepare this.
While he's getting that set up,
plug some stuff.
I'm gonna plug some stuff. We got the shirts coming. Patreon. Put some money in the bucket, and then we'll continue to bring us more of what you enjoy from us. You want to see us do this more often and more frequently in different ways? Put money in the Patreon, and we can actually make that happen for you. What else can I talk about? Geek Champs. I actually just shot the first episode last week of that show too. It was me, Walker, and Zach. We all sat down and played Trivia Murder Party and Quiplash 2 on the
That episode didn't work though.
It didn't, but the episode didn't work. So it corrupted. We lost the episode, but we tried it, and it seemed like it'd be something fun to do because we want to do it live because those games have an audience feature because the way it works, you use your smartphone to play the game. You queue the game up, they give you a room code, and then you join us in the room. So you get to play along with us, and then if this is a case where there's not a lot of full slots available, guess what? You get to join along with us and play as we play the game, and then there's still room for the audience too. So if that's something you want us to see do in the future, let us know in the comments below. Put the money in the Patreon. I can't say it enough. We also check out the audio version of this on iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn. Google Play and the iTunes Radio.
That stuff helps us make money.
That stuff helps, like he just said. That stuff helps us make money. So we can do more. Because this is something fun we both like to enjoy doing, and we want to bring you more of it. So help us do that. Next week, it's our Murder on the Orient Express review. Because that comes out the 10th. Yeah, I wanted to. That's our next review is on Murder on the Orient Express, and he'll probably have his Thor Ragnarok review ready for next week.
All right, game's ready.
Game is ready. Let's do this. If anyone in the comment section recognizes this is a game franchise called You Don't Know Jack, and this currently is the movies edition of You Don't Know Jack.
Okay. 2 players.
All right.
I think that's the button I have to press. What does it say for 2 players? You got the eyes.
It says how many contestants? 2. Did you hit the button?
I thought I did.
Why is it not moving?
That's what I'm wondering. Oh, here we go. I paused it.
Okay.
That's lovely. Now, player 1.
All right.
Okay. So
oh God. Yeah, you got to be player 1.
So I'm just gonna put.
Yeah, put my name in there too, please.
Okay.
Kudos to you. You figured it out.
It's disorienting.
And player 2. How about you?
Can't afford all 3 hosts. What is this?
One more thing. You're looking for a
If you do not sign up for Patreon, you're getting rid of one of the hosts. Can't afford all 3 hosts. Horror Champ's coming this October. October's gone. Where's the uploads?
Do you want a 7 question or a 21 question? That's
21.
All right, we're gonna. Do you guess again?
On your buzzer is the letter Q, as in quit yakking and get to the game.
Oh, that sounds good. I like that.
Okay, let me try to turn up the volume on the game a little bit so you can hear it a little better. Hold on a second.
What are you doing?
Turning up the volume on the game itself.
Oh, gotcha. I don't want to be too loud. It's kind of tinny. It's got that old 90s feel.
Oh, yeah. Wait, why is it not moving? Okay, let's see. Let's resume.
I totally agree with that Night Hippie chick. The host that they get rid of will be the one that's always late.
Okay, heads up. Here's how the game works. The first one of you to buzz in on a question gets first stab at the answer. So you buzz in and then press 1, 2, 3, or 4 depending on which answer you want.
What?
Yeah, because it's a multiple choice game.
Can we lose the desktop,
1, 2,
please?
3, or 4.
That's so far away.
Go to black. Cue graphics. Stand by, people.
Give a spin.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's lovely.
Hi, the commercials are lovely. Jellyvision. I have not heard that little bass line in years.
Oof.
Frankly, my dear,
Don't read it.
you don't know Jack.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's time for the show where
High culture and pop culture collide.
Good gosh.
Alright, table for two right this way. I'll be back to take your orders in a minute. Alright then, just walk this way, if you'd be so kind. Okay, first off, gotta give you your screws.
Ah, yes, the screws are
Okay,
important.
say the question comes up and your neighbor gets that Keanu Reeves look on their face like they don't know what's going on. It's a perfect time to buzz in, hit the S key, and screw them. Then they gotta answer. Got it?
Yeah, I can force you to buzz in.
Lights,
Gotcha.
camera,
You only get 1 per round, though.
Okay.
So be wise with it.
Your turn, player 2. What's it gonna be?
Now pick a category.
Oh, gosh.
One.
What does that say at the top? Leading men?
Leading men from Gilead, $39.95 a pay
Sorry,
setting.
Slowpoke.
Well, that's what he picked.
I guess that's what I'm picking.
During question 1, please, no unnecessary talking.
Shh. The category is Leading Men from Galilee, $39.95 a play setting. How does $2,000 sound? Pull out your antenna and get ready to buzz. If the Franklin Mint released a line of commemorative plates with the images of Jesus on them as portrayed by different actors, which of these actors would be a man without a plate? Ted Neely, James Woods, Willem Dafoe, or Max von Sydow? Take a shot, player 2. Cut! Player 1, you can take it. All yours, play. No, Max von Sydow is Jesus and the greatest story ever told. Guess no one told you. Bet you wish you'd picked this.
James
As of
Woods.
1996, James Woods hasn't played Jesus in a film. God's gift to acting, maybe, but not Jesus.
William Dafoe was in that.
Give me something.
Yeah, which category you
Scorsese
want?
one.
1, 2, or 3?
Give me 3.
Cut the red wire! Watch out, it's gonna blow! That was close.
Too close.
Say hello to Looking for a Universal Love. $1,000 if you get it. Okay, tell me who might have placed this personal ad. Single monster in search of single female. Me, of many men and few words. Lightning turns me on. Good, music and help from strangers. Bad, fire. You, well-built, great hair, marriage-minded. Norman Bates, player 1. Frankenstein's monster is made from several dead guys, has a thing for music, and freaks out when it comes to fire.
Dang.
But please, no fatties, smokers, or drug users. Player 1, ante up.
Okay, she's good. Two.
A question so real
Gosh, I wish I can read.
almost touch it. Filmed in spectacular 3D.
3D.
I proudly present Hammy and Eggs, and you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Okay, listen up. In England, they have the House of Lords, which is a governmental body. You have to be appointed to it, and, well, there aren't many actors there. Say the International House of Pancakes co-opts the House of Lords. If IHOP then features a special name for the first actor to enter the house, what will the dish be called? One a day plus irons, Rudy Tooty Fresh and Olivier, Grand Slam. Player 1, hit it.
Dude, I don't understand these questions at all.
Gotta answer it, player 2.
I don't understand your questions.
Pick one. I buzzed you.
Oh, you buzzed me. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
screws
pick.
you.
Grand Slam Geel, not good. Player
And I still
one,
get a
choose
shot
if
at
you
it.
want
What is this question?
Player one.
Basically, it's asking you who was the first person to enter the House of Lords, but if they were to rename them as breakfast.
What is House of Lords?
No, that sounds more like
I don't know.
Is this still the Galilee thing?
No.
Should have picked this. Laurence Olivier was the first actor to enter the House of Lords, and then they slapped some butter and syrup on him and sold him with 12 eggs.
I don't like this game.
They try to simplify it, like the House of Lords, the International House of Pancakes.
Well, I wish they wouldn't ask those questions that way. I don't know Jack.
Oh, yeah. Pick your category. It's very straightforward. It's just that the questions can be hard sometimes. That's why it was worth $3,000. That's the hardest question.
A star is accessorized.
This is a medium question.
Pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Put it in gear, cause here we go. In the 1954 film A Star Is Born, characters Norman and Vicky appear together at the Academy Awards. Considering what he does to her, what would be the best accessory for Vicky? Wool leg warmers, a hockey mask, press-on nails, or a strip of bacon? Player 2, it's yours.
I should have picked a different game.
Accidentally smacks Vicky in the face while begging for a job at the Academy Awards, so a face mask would be the best choice for an accoutrement.
Got it right.
That was a straight guess.
Yeah, because they're basically saying since she got hit in the face, she would want a hockey mask to protect her face, because that's what happened in the movie.
Okay.
I wonder what
You know, I think this game was like in 1995 or something.
As they say, as of 1996.
That's why I don't know these names.
21 years ago.
This one's called 80s Music on the Bounty, and we got $3,000 in the pot. Hey, do you remember that 80s band Night Ranger and that hit song they had called Sister Christian? Well, suppose the song had been called Fletcher Christian after the character in Mutiny on the Bounty. Because he's never played him, which actor would you not expect to see in the video? Marlon Brando, Clark Gable, Mel Gibson, or Jeremy Irons? Player 2, grab it. No, Mr. Gibson portrayed Mr. Christian in the 1984 movie The Bounty. That was before he moved on to playing a pagan in Braveheart. Player 1, what do you say? Player 1, Clark Gable. No, he was Fletcher Christian in the 1935 Mutiny on the Bounty.
Frankly, Captain Bligh, I don't give a damn.
It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this.
Brando.
As of 1996, Jeremy Irons has never portrayed Fletcher Christian on the big screen. Although I hear he did play.
This is different. This is an interesting challenge for us because, like I said, it caps at 96.
I don't like that.
Player 1, your choice. What are we doing?
I gotta go for it.
Yeah, tell him 6 sent me.
Now showing. Okay, bachelorettes, what's your favorite lubricant? 2 G's if you get this one right. Okay, suppose Kit from TV's Knight Rider goes on the dating game to find a companion. If Kit thinks the most important characteristic for a date to have is intelligence, he would be most disappointed with the title character from which movie? The Car, The Love Bug, Christine, or The Long, Long Train? Take a shot, player. Wrong. And remember this, hell hath no Plymouth Fury like a woman scorned. Player 1, you can take it. Player 1, unlike the other vehicles, the Long, Long Trailer didn't have a mind of its own.
That was a guess. That was a severe guess,
like
guys.
Long trailer.
As you can tell by our scores, we're not exactly good at this.
No, these movies are too old. I did not realize this was old movies.
Player 1, tell me what's happening.
Gosh, we have 14 more questions.
Okay,
Yeah, it's 2 rounds of
give it
10,
up
then the
for
Jack Attack.
No mime for drugs. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. Which anti-drug campaign slogan best sums up Marcel Marceau's performance in Mel Brooks' silent movie? Blow the whistle on drugs, get high on life, just say no, or this is your brain on drugs. Player 2.
L is for loser.
Player 1, it's your
Dude, I have not heard. I don't not heard any of these movies I've gone through.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said to blow the whistle on answers that blow. Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. Marcel Marceau has
Still don't
the
get these
only
questions.
line in silent movie. He says no, but his body mimes yes. pick, player 2. How about it? All right, player 2. Player 1, please exit the ride. Player 2, strap on your seatbelt and get ready to play This or That.
This is only for you, and this is for you, and only you.
Oh boy.
This or That's category name is Dumb and Deader. I'm going to read off 7 movies, and as each one comes up, I want you to tell me if the parents in question are dumb or just plain dead. As you see each one, if the parents are dumb, press 1. If they're dead, press 2. And press 4 to skip. I'll add 500 to your score for a right answer, and 500 will be taken away if you get it wrong or don't get to it.
Okay, I get it.
You have to explain it to you, but then...
Seconds on the clock, please. Let's dance. Home Alone, parents dumb or dead? James and the Giant Peach. Now, Children of the Corn. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Powder. One more. 16 Candles. That's all she wrote.
Now you get 1,500 added to your score.
Memorable, but not terrible. Yeah, you need 3 more categories. Hit me.
That was a this or that.
Let's have a category, player 1.
Oh my gosh.
The selection is, how many Tarzans does it take to fill a loincloth? And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. Tarzan was always a man of few words, but which Tarzan was completely silent? Elmo Lincoln, Christopher Lambert, Ron Ely, or Johnny Weissmuller? Take it. Actually, Ron was a very eloquent Tarzan, much like in the original novels. However, he still looked like an accountant in a loincloth. Player 1, what do you say?
Well, I've actually seen 2 and 4 in Tarzans, and they were talkative, so.
Elmo Lincoln starred as the King of the Apes in a handful of silent
Because
film
Christopher
versions.
Lambert was Tarzan in Greystoke, and Johnny Weissmuller is the one where the Tarzan yell comes from. You can't have a Tarzan yell in a silent movie.
True.
Player 1, hit me with the category.
Little movie trivia for you guys. And then music is the best shampoo.
Oh, I wish we picked the shorter one if I knew these were going to be the kind of questions these were.
Music is the best shampoo. This one can net you $1,000. Let's see how you handle this one. If the mythical figure Medusa wanted to sing about washing those snakes right out of her hair, where should she go? Oz, Oklahoma, Gary, Indiana, or the South Pacific? Player 2, grab it. Oklahoma.
Oh. Dang it!
Player 1, you can take. Player Gary, Indiana. No, that's where she should go if she wants to smoke those snakes out of her hair with industrial pollution. Here's what you should have picked. In the musical South Pacific, they're washing all kinds of things out of their hair. Men and, well, all kinds of things. And man, have you ever tried to sneak a peek at Medusa's hot bod in the shower?
Oh, okay.
She's got a great asp. Hey, they can't all be good. That's it for round 1. Let's go to round 2. Can't get started.
Yeah, we're
live streaming still.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Zach just got here.
Zach just walked into the room.
Everything in round 2 is worth.
We're currently playing You Don't Know Jack movies, Zach.
Dude, if we can play that. What's it called? Game. The other Jackbox game. Ooh, now that we have Zach here.
Okay.
This is better than this stupid game we're playing now.
Okay. Okay, let's close this out.
Yes.
Because Walker doesn't know movies like he thinks he does.
I don't know these old movies.
Okay. Okay. Okay, okay.
All right, here's the deal. The Costner conspiracy. Better wake up. There's $6,000.
You have to escape first to quit.
Step up and take a swing at this one. If District Attorney Jim...
Okay. Okay, so who had the lower score?
You.
So I technically win even though we quit, so yay for that. But anyway, we're going to go to the Jackbox Party Pack now, where I'm going to beat them in a game that they don't feel like they understand better. So which Jackbox are we playing? One?
Zach, is there a game? I didn't like that game we played last time.
What, Quiplash?
Yeah.
So let's not play Quiplash. Which Jackboxes do you have? Just 3?
Oh, I like Quiplash. I didn't like the murder mystery game.
I like the murder mystery one.
I like the murder mystery one too.
Oh, fine. We'll do the murder mystery one again.
Trivia Murder Party.
Or we can do Fibbage.
You have Fibbage will work.
Zach, do you like Fibbage?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Fibbage, let's do this. Let me pull the table out so you can get behind it. This is a live look into the show, you guys.
Are you trying to set up a mic? Or I don't have a camera. We're going to share a mic, Zach.
Well, we're going to share microphones, guys.
It's not going to make any difference than using
God, the show is a mess right now.
The show is not a mess right now. It's just getting better.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! We're live with Fibbage XL. And anyone in the comments would like to play with us, hey, the room code's going to show up on screen. All you got to do is go to jackbox.tv, put the room code in and a name, and you can play along with us. So, if you would like to join us.
I actually would like that if you guys can do that.
Yeah.
One of you guys, if anybody's still here.
Yeah. Come join us. Play some Fibbage. Because the way, let me explain how Fibbage works real quick. They're going to show us a prompt, and there's a blank in the prompt. The option of the game is to create the best thing that you think fits that prompt. Because now the rest of us have to pick the right answer from all the lies everyone else created. And if our lie catches someone off guard, we get points for that. And then if we find the right answer, we get double the point. So in round one, every right answer is worth 1,000 points, and everyone you catch with a lie is worth 500 points. And then it doubles in round two. So everybody who wants to play, go to jackbox.tv.
And type in that code.
Type in
FBEB.
FB.
Watching the show on a smartphone in that case.
Yeah, if you're watching it tonight, I don't know.
If you're watching it on a smartphone, then try to find a laptop or a tablet to play from, because they work too.
Or Chromecast it if you have a Chromecast or Chrome Blast or Apple TV.
Yeah.
Or whatever you watch TV on. So jackbox.tv.
FBEB. I'm waiting for my tablet to. Oh, that's right. I have the keyboard.
And I keep typing in Jackbox wrong. I'm gonna.
Help us, Night Hippie Chick. You're a. What's that?
I'm not the end of her. I was thinking she was
So yeah, come join us in the game.
Cha-cha! I'm in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Zach keeps saying Night Hippie Chick. If you have a tablet or something that you can play it in, you can go ahead and go to jackbox.tv and put in the room code if you want to play with us.
Or the other two people that are five.
Or EJ or anybody else want to play, go ahead and join in.
Anybody wants to play?
FBEB is the room code.
FBEB. Jackbox.tv. Jackbox is one word.
We got five.
Foxtrot.
Any of you.
B. EB.
Anybody who wants to play it all, come along. We're all comers. This is live on the internet. Come on. We're taking all comers. Come on.
While you're doing that, I'm going to explain why.
What do you want? You already told you why you're late. Don't talk anymore.
Yeah, we told you were setting up the greatest Christmas light display ever.
Well, that, and then we had an actor award for the.
Okay, did you set up your thing, Zach?
Zach's got it.
What is it?
FBEB.
Yes, Fibbage XL.
No, the website.
It's jackbox.tv. Just go there in your browser.
Night Hippie, all right, she's in.
Oh, sweet.
Anybody else wants to join us? As you can clearly see, it works. Come join us. And then also, at the end of the round, you get to vote on what the best answer is. And then, because you get a trophy at the end of that.
I don't know who your mom is, but I don't understand any of what you said. In the comments, there's somebody named your mom. It's not my mom. My mom doesn't write numbers in there. In the comments, Zach, there's somebody who wrote. Oh, here, you want
Oh, that's not me.
I know, somebody said your mom.
Oh, your mom. I got.
Hey, Zach, hurry up and join the game.
Oh, that's a lot of money in your bank account.
All
So
right.
now we're just waiting on Zach, I guess.
Yes.
And
we
Jonathan,
are.
if you're in there, you can join too.
So
but
just come on, everybody. Just bring it on. Bring it on.
All right, Horror
all right.
Champs, EJ, Night Hippie. All right, let's go ahead and play. Whoever's got. Oh, everybody's in. That's my turn now.
We all had the same button.
Yay.
And the room code is still up there, so if you want to join in the audience, you can.
Yeah, if you want to join an audience.
My name's
it's still
Cookie,
there.
but if a detective visits you, I'm
mom
Brent.
No, your
4
mom is not a real
players,
person.
huh? Well, at the end of this game, I'll be proud of 25% of this group. Let's do this. This is round 1. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth.
Bye, Zach.
Select a category.
A night hippie chick gets to go first. Awesome. Just pick the category, please.
It's not hard.
What?
You know what? We'll just stick with this one.
You said you can't hear the audio?
Okay, here's your first question.
Oh.
The area in the Pacific Ocean where great white sharks congregate every spring is called the white shark blank. Now use your
headphones over
device to type a lie that might fool the other players into believing it. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the help button and get a suggestion. Do it now. Hurry up. Okay, there are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device by touching the answer you want.
Wow. I don't even know.
Okay, what did everyone pick?
Gotcha.
Gotta. But then you got hurt by her, so it's evenly spread. And me and you got it right. Yeah, you get
And
more points
nobody
for being
picked
right
the
than
other
fine.
lies up there.
Because it catches people with lies. You want the best way to win the game is to catch it with lies and get it right.
So you want to make it seem believable.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so squad meet was, yeah.
Yeah, you want to make it believable,
All
but
right, pick
you know.
a category.
Where's that?
Okay, here's the question. It's time for a road trip. When visiting Christchurch, New Zealand, check out the $6 million cathedral made out of blank. Type in your lies now.
Good.
Hurry, hit the
Yeah.
lie for me button if you can't think of something.
Uh-oh.
We're waiting for somebody.
Yeah, I think it's night hippie. There she goes.
There she is.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, here are your choices.
I have a feeling I got had.
Let's see what everybody selected.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
She got you.
That was $6 million.
No! Oh, nobody got it right.
Well, don't you feel foolish.
It was $6 million.
Wait, I thought. Oh, I
Services
picked.
and breakdown
I picked that as the
battles are
best
held
answer.
daily.
I didn't.
And that means
think it was
this
true.
lie didn't get picked.
Nobody liked my lie, I guess. EJ's in the lead, and I am in the not lead.
No one likes Vegemite jars? Why?
Time to pick a category.
All right, let's see here.
2 beagles.
Those are the Beagles.
I had a beagle.
Okay, here's the question. Ruppy the Beagle, who is being studied in South Korea, is a very unusual dog because he can blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry up. Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything.
Sorry, guys.
All right, where's the truth?
One legit sounds real and one legit
Okay,
sounds
let's
not.
take a look.
Gotcha!
Dun, dun, dun.
Dang it! Dang it!
Y'all catch each other all the time.
Dang it! Why?
Yeah.
But still, his bark is worse than his bright.
Got him.
And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked.
Oh, mine's unbelievable.
Dance, cat dance.
Round two.
Which means all point values are doubled. Exciting. All right, pick a category.
Hold on a second. Johnny Depp.
Yeah, there we go. The movie.
Okay, here's the question. Johnny Depp was made an honorary member of the Comanche Nation and given a descriptive Comanche name. His Comanche name, Mawume, means blank. Type in your lies now.
I actually know the real answer.
I don't.
Okay,
Calm
which
down, bro.
one's the truth? All right, who picked what?
Come on! Dang it!
That was very clever. That was very clever. Because it was close to the right answer. Because it was close to the right answer. Smart man.
Dang
He
it.
is a smart man.
Man who
He is a very smart man for that one.
Time after time.
No, that was probably
And
not
the
good.
rest of the board goes unselected.
But that was a character. He was Crybaby. That's right. Well, Hard Champs is taking the lead with that.
I'm apparently a terrible liar. Well, he is the one that says
We all
that.
got to vote, though.
The one that says a video is coming
Select a
in October
category.
is the horrible liar.
Did you see me and John's like whole conversation about this?
Yeah.
That was my turn to pick.
Yeah, it's your turn.
No, that's okay. I've got it.
Oh, man.
Gotcha.
Took too long.
Okay, here's the question.
Punjab.
The Kila Raipur Sports Festival, held annually in Punjab, India, has many odd and dangerous events, including one where the participants lay on the ground and get blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry up. Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here you go.
Okay,
Find the
guys.
truth.
Y'all got me messed up.
Yeah, it's like so many different answers. It could be the right one.
All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Come on! There we go.
Got me. You got me. And then he finds the right answer.
Gosh.
And look at what we have left. One single, lonely, pitiful
Attacked
lie.
by dogs.
You know what? I had to hit the lie for me button for that one.
Oh, really?
And then it didn't get nobody. Obviously, because it was poopy. But I got a vote, so thank you.
Everybody liked it. Everybody liked it.
Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. When Charlie and the Chocolate Factory author Roald Dahl died, he was buried with snooker cues, burgundy, chocolate, pencils, and a blank. Type in your lies now.
Burgundy what? Just the color?
yeah.
Okay, here are your choices.
That way, that Coca-Cola spell seems really proper.
Okay, what did everyone pick?
Oh, come on!
Why'd you pick it then?
It seems very proper. I thought that was like only they would have made that up. Why do you laugh like that? There you guys go.
Oh! Me and you thought we had it.
Look what we have here.
Why what power sauce?
I don't know. He's very
Which
random
left
is
him
not
very
equal.
little room to
funny.
roll over in his grave when Tim Burton's Willy Wonka movie came out. And we're done.
Maybe to escape if you have to.
I guess.
Only moved you up to 4,000.
Hey! Alright, everybody liked each other. That's
Give that man a can of Coke. The final fibbage.
Final fibbage.
This is where I come from behind and win.
Question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game.
I can still do it.
Everybody has to catch
Okay,
this lie in, and he has to
is
find
your
his
final
roots.
fibbage question. Brand name of the patented synthetic testicles for pets.
Oh, dude, I know this.
Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look.
Dang it! Hey!
Everyone's a winner. And a cheaper option is to just not cut your dog's testicles off. And that means
Aha.
Four champs is the best liar.
But I got the thumbs cup.
Alrighty, I think that's enough now. What's that?
At least one more round of a different game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
How's everybody enjoying it out there? Y'all want to play another? Watch us play another game? What'd they say?
Not hit, you down.
She might be on it. Just give me a second.
Yeah, we're gonna play something else now. Y'all want to do that trivia murder party we were talking
Not
about?
hit, said yeah. She wants to play another one.
Okay.
Trivia murder party
I'm
time!
down for trivia murder party.
Fix my sock real quick. Gotta go to a different.
This is fun, you guys, because we actually started on time tonight. We don't feel like we're keeping you too late tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Like, I got the notification at like almost exactly 9 o'clock. I was like, wow.
Yeah, we were just sitting here waiting for 9 o'clock. Actually, we were. The graphics were already done. We were just waiting, and it was awesome.
Alright.
Switch back over.
War Champ t-shirts coming soon.
Sure.
Hey, dude. Alright. I've been working ridiculous hours. I come home and go to sleep. I'm gonna get them done. Now, he said, hopefully I won't lose connection in the middle of this one. It's snowy here. So is my computer. So snowy. In October?
It's November now, man.
Oh, yeah. It's November. Minnesota? Canada? South Dakota. I'm trying to think of snowy places. Michigan. Maybe Ohio? I don't remember. We lived in Ohio. New York? Washington?
Just giving you a live look into the show, guys. Behind the scenes access. Hope you enjoyed that little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, a friend of ours in Washington.
KO. Faking it's pretty fun. Oh, that's more fun with like 7 people. But
Do
whatever.
a murder mystery.
Okay, we'll do
Or
it.
the murder party, whatever it's called.
Mystery
Trivia murder party.
Washington. Wow.
What? Oh.
So West Coast. What time is it there?
At like 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Is that Washington?
Yeah, that's for night.
Wow.
Thought you might have been local. Also, we in Washington State, baby. right, that's awesome. We live in the
coast to coast.
It's almost midnight here.
Yes.
Come on. Jeez.
All right, and now same website.
Same website.
New different code.
Oh, yeah. All right, now it'd be ATHO.
ATHO. Bam, I'm here.
What?
Night Hippie's there.
Mine's the same. What is this? Like, it's not letting me. Hey.
Huh?
What's this?
Hey, wait, hold on.
That's the last game. You got to back out.
You gotta go back and put the new
God,
code in.
hold on.
ATHO.
I'm coming, guys.
Sit back and relax.
I'm on Williamsburg's exit. Website. Come on.
Walker has been named the VIP. The game doesn't start until he says so. And while we're waiting for that, I'm going to stand up a minute.
You're in. Everybody's in? Okay. I'm a very important person. And skip.
Wake up! Come on, wake up! Welcome to Trivia Night, a labyrinth of despair and madness. But let's also have some kooky fun along the way. Yay, trivia! I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini games. If you do badly in the mini game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. And you still have time to join the audience and potentially get killed by me. It's fun. Am I over-explaining this? The last group was super dumb. Let's just get into it.
Oh, hurry up.
Yeah, there's a lot of dialogue.
Okay, first question. Which foul-mouthed comedian hosted the kids show Thomas and Friends?
Huh? I know it.
Use your device to answer the question.
I feel like I know it.
And the correct answer is...
Dang it!
Who got the question right?
Who got it right, guys?
Me and you?
The rest of you. Let's play.
We know what we're doing over here.
I did not know that.
Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to play chalices. All of the safe players have been provided with a poison pellet. Pick a chalice to put your poison in.
How?
You're not a safe player, so you don't get to.
Oh, got you. That's
And it's your turn now. Pick a chalice to drink from. Here's a hint. Only one of these is the cup of a carpenter. His name was Kevin, and he had a really weird taste in chalices. Good to the last drop, if you know what I mean. Now let's see what everyone drank. You chose not so great.
Well, I'm dead.
Sorry, guys, I did that one. Did you play something?
I did 3.
And you're dead. But don't go into the light just yet. Ghosts can still win.
Okay.
Death is not the end.
We got a bonus for the boy.
Look, here's everybody's score.
No, I think we
put a lot
both
of
did the
work
same
into the
chalice.
scoreboard.
2.
That's what I put in.
Yeah, we both poisoned the same chalice, so y'all.
All right, next question.
Fantastic.
Sorry.
Oh no. It looks like these Europeans I had in here last week left their passports. That's evidence, you dummy. God, I'm getting sloppy.
Just hurry
Oh
up.
well. What color are passports from the European Union?
I think they're this color.
I know it's one of those 4.
And the correct answer is... this
No!
Oh.
Come on!
one. One of you is still alive. I want to show you something.
I go to the killing floor.
With me.
Alone.
Welcome
No, with
back
me.
to the killing
No,
floor.
you're already dead.
Oh yeah, I'm already dead.
I think it's me and...
We're going to play the finger cutting
Oh,
game.
not fingers.
I hope you're not fond of snapping.
I
Just
hate this
choose
one.
one of your fingers to
Have
cut
fun.
off. It's the opposite of difficult.
Okay.
Oh, you're the only one who... Okay.
And now that
Because I'm the only one that's
forever.
alive. I'm alive, but now I can't pick answer 3
Here's
no
where
more.
everybody's at right now.
I'm at nothing.
All right.
Now,
next
watch this
question.
one I gotta get wrong because I don't have that answer no more.
What lyrics follow Hello and Adele's song of the same name?
I know it. I know it. It's me. You're there. Wow, I'm glad we gave that answer. I'm sure everybody knew that though.
Who said this?
Adele's Queen.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Lame. Here's another one. What's the name of the ring the Pope wears?
Ah, I know it.
Pope ring.
I think it's this one.
Sounds right.
Who picked this
Dang it! We all were
one?
wrong.
Everyone is
That was the one I thought it was the
I have a
least likely to
surprise
be.
for you.
Now we both go to the killing floor.
Let's draw some pictures. Get your finger ready.
No, I hate this. Oh, wait,
Something
I like
you
this.
can lick.
Oh, I can't.
Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished.
See, I got the edge because I have a tablet.
It's not my turn.
Wait a minute, this is looking perverted. I have to clean this up a little bit.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Get it right. Oh, you're drawing something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I wish I could draw
I
something.
tried my best.
I'm a pretty good drawer.
I totally butchered this drawing.
Better be.
Now everyone gets to vote.
Lollies.
I want you to pick the worst drawing.
Oh, I
Being
want to.
harsh with them is the only way to ensure they stop
Draw
making art.
lollipop too.
Yeah. Mine's supposed to do it.
Aw, don't be shy. Pick a drawing for punishment.
Do it.
I don't have to do it.
It's not. Oh, it's my turn.
Go with your gut.
I got it.
The votes are in.
You both suck.
I got
I
him.
really enjoyed what
You
did,
both
but
suck.
Rules are rules.
Goodbye, Geek Champ.
You only, not hippie chick, you only suck because
I
you
was going
killed
through
me,
all
but
the drawings
you
on
don't
my
suck as a
fridge.
fan.
After
Just wanted you to
yours,
know
I
that.
decided I don't hate my fridge that much.
Wait, there's only one of us alive. Did we go automatically
Only
to...
one player left alive. Just how I like it. Well, look who's still alive. Now you just have to escape with your body.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a category.
We all played it, right?
Yeah.
Sriracha ingredients. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit.
Well, I'm not playing, so I guess it's just you there, Geek Champ.
Let's see the right answers.
Who's that?
Yes.
God.
You move
I
forward
could've
one
told you that.
space for every correct answer. Aww, you have to get answers right to get closer to the exit.
I really thought it was pepper.
Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too?
Yes.
If the ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
What? I only got two
Because you're alive. The ghosts get the choices.
Oh, did I?
You only get 2, while the ghosts get 3. That's the point.
Uh-oh, that ghost is gonna get you.
Yes, I am.
Left-handed NBA players.
Aw, no. No.
I'm almost there.
Can you stay out of the shadows?
No. Diet Coke
Diet Coke ingredients.
on natural flavors. I'm only getting 2 options.
Because you're not, because you're still alive.
Yeah, I know. But
I have been resurrected.
Better get away fast.
I got that one right.
Here's another one. Founding UN members.
Now I don't have 3 options no more.
tail. Watch out.
Ah!
Ernest Films.
Oh, yes.
No fair.
Woo!
Walker just took my body. I need it back.
I was away from the mic, though, so I was over here.
Salads that contain hard-boiled eggs.
She said sorry.
Decisions
No.
So much
Oh,
blood.
Zach took the lead.
U.S. Vice Presidents.
See, I didn't even get another option.
So many kills. Fruit.
What?
I didn't know I was.
Oh, they're a fungus.
Another life swap.
Night Hippie Chick took the body. Oh no.
Holy crap.
These island territories.
Really?
I hate it when everyone gets it right.
Oh.
Zach took the body again. This is getting intense.
Family Feud hosts. Another life swap. Boy Scout ranks.
Come on, let me get out. I didn't win when we played the last time. No, no, yes, 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 yes.
I don't know what the point of that was. I got that 100% correct.
Yeah, I got it. You did not survive the game. Hey, what's your final? What's your final?
I guess we'll find out here.
What was your money?
Mine was 8,335. Are we doing the sequel?
Oh, it shows it up there.
Or what is the next thing?
So I got more money.
I got $1,534.
You got the least amount of money.
Me?
I got the most, bro.
You got 1,000.
$10,534.
Yeah, you did.
Are we done or are we doing the sequel?
Let's do that one other game.
Which one's the Quiplash one?
Quiplash.
Okay, we'll do one game.
If you down for one more game?
We'll do one more game, that's it. Okay, go.
Night Hippie, are you down for one more game?
Are you down for one more? Are you having fun with the champs?
Are you though?
Would you like to play a game, Night Hippie?
She said yes.
Alright, last game. That's Quiplash?
Last game. I gotta be at work in the morning, so I'm tired as can be.
Quiplash too. We can't do faking it because she's not here.
Yeah. Clearly.
What's the code?
JSNC is the code. Night Hippie is here. We need to get the Jackbox Party Pack. No, we can't.
There's a fourth one.
We can't really play that one over the internet because there's a game on there called Bomb Corp. That'll be fun for the three of us to play.
Schmitty, and we're gonna
Because
play
this is like
Quiplash.
each person gets a piece
I
of the
think
bomb.
I can guess who the Chandler of this group is. Let's get going.
Chandler.
Yeah, that's
This is round one. 2 prompts will appear on your device, which you can answer in any clever or not clever way you want. Everyone will choose between your answer and someone else's and decide who wins. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake. Go!
Okay.
Write your answer on the device now. I think I did that right. I forgot how to do this level.
I don't remember, but I wrote my...
All right, let's have a look. Starting us off, it would be awesome if you could grow blank in a garden. Okay, voting time. Pick your favorite.
Brendan. Oh, dang.
You can actually grow grapes in a garden.
Grapes, bro.
That's true.
God, learn how to play.
Coming up next, a sign you never see, honk if you were blank. And vote.
Well, I've lost. Honk if you like tea. I didn't even see the your. Well, that's a fail on my part.
Blank, a new fragrance by Gerard Depardieu. Vote now.
Flatule. That is pronounced flatule. You know how you have flatulence? That was flatulence.
Take your large movie theater beverage cup home and use it for blank. Put in your votes.
My pennies, okay.
You know, these are two boring choices because you could actually do both of these.
Hey.
Tap, 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 tap.
Round 1 is behind us. Let's see how you scored.
You guys were just doing this to tell the yucks.
That's why I like faking.
Yes.
Now round 2, where all points and bonuses are doubled. Oh, the drama.
I think both of my answers are pretty good. Let's see what you guys come up with. All right, let's see what people came up with.
They threw me a nerd.
Our first prompt is the hardest part of living forever. Okay, pick your favorite and vote.
Dang.
Damn.
That's
a tough choice. That is a very tough choice.
Dang.
Sorry, Night Hippie, but that's a tough choice. That is a very tough choice.
Next on the list, something you don't usually see on engaged couples' registry lists. Okay, vote.
Wow, those are two good choices. Yeah! Yeah!
And next, a surprise benefit of all the wind in Chicago. It's voting time.
Come on. Oh, gosh, dang it. Dang it! Hey.
Oh, we split the vote.
Up next, the advice a couples therapist would give to Captain America and Bucky. Vote away. That's all for round 2. Let's see where the points went.
Totally would have made that joke.
Ooh. I slowly crept back into the second place. I was about to say the lead, but that's a lie. The last
This is round
lash.
3, the last lash. Everyone's taking aim at the same prompt this time. Make up the full name for this acronym.
Time's running out, you guys.
Let's see what you've wrought. In the final round, you can give out 1 gold and 1 silver medal to your top 2 quips. Make them count.
Okay, who put that at the bottom? Who bottom left? Who's bottom left? Who is that?
Who's the... Oh, I know who the top one is.
Which one?
Sweet plug.
Huh?
It's a sweet plug.
Yeah, of course. You give me an opportunity, I'm going to try to plug every time.
Yeah, I agree. Night Hippie Chick said these games should be on every week. I agree.
All right.
Hey.
Maybe that I figured out how to get this thing to work, it probably will.
Yes.
You stayed in green the whole time.
Yeah.
Archie.
Hey, how about you hush?
Archie, come here. No, shut your mouth.
Nice. Let's see who snagged the medals. Here's the silver. And finally, gold.
Hey!
Let's melt those medals down for points.
Okay.
Sorry,
Totally
losers.
worth it, though. Totally worth it.
Wait, I only picked one answer. I was supposed to hand out more than one.
Oh, I only handed out one.
And we're finished. Show me those final scores.
Yeah, okay.
Archie.
I think Archie may have to go to the bathroom.
Horror Champs first, Night Hit 2. I got what, last place probably?
Well, everybody's won something tonight. Walker's won the box office predictions. I won Trivia Murder Party, and Zach won Quiplash.
And our hearts,
Didn't I
hopefully.
win? What's it called?
What's that?
That's bitch.
I think so. I don't know. Oh yeah, you did win.
Oh yeah, they won Fibbage too.
Oh, looks like I won 2 out of 3.
Yes, he did.
Alright, so I'm taking number 2.
Oh no, you're not. You stay in your horror lane.
Probably have a good chance episode 4 chance.
I mean, I'm totally down.
Yeah.
Huh? No, I'm just saying. The way you're. The way. Guys.
Well.
This was a fun day.
Yes, it was. It's a very fun day.
Game time with our viewers and our number one fan, Night Hippie Chick.
Yes, we did. Thank you for joining us.
A real champ won a belt today.
Yeah. Oh.
And Zach got to make it for game time.
Yes, he did.
It's all a joke for him, I guess. Okay.
He has a job that requires a lot of intensive work. So
skip all the work and come for the play. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you worked a crazy day. Hey, what is that? Is the game still playing?
No, that's us now. He accidentally had the volume.
Was the music still playing though? Jiminy's okay. Let me turn that off.
No, we don't.
I can't hear it in my head.
But anyway, guys.
Hang on. Let me just turn this off here.
Okay.
It's probably still playing music.
Uh-huh.
Ta-da! Okay.
Yep, it's off.
Okay, music's off now.
Yay. Okay,
so it is time for... You did most of the plugging earlier, but I don't even know who's watching now. Guys,
What are you talking about?
What's up?
He said number 2. What?
All right, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button. There's a lot of comments tonight, which is cool.
Yes.
Also, guys, remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Check out the website, moviechampshow.com. We are still working on getting the merch done in-house, so that way we don't have to use Zazzle or anything anymore.
Yes.
EJ's going to NecoCon tomorrow here in Hampton at the Hampton Convention Center.
Is it going on Sunday?
I usually do Saturday and Sunday.
I'll be there Sunday.
So Zach will be there Sunday.
You most likely probably find me in the game room.
It's expensive. It's like $45.
If you go Sunday, it's only $35.
So we will hopefully be starting back the daily show, or not daily show. I don't know what you would call it. The daily. It's gonna be the 2 or 3 times a week. It's gonna. I'm not gonna.
Running down the news.
Yes, the news rundown, the daily news rundown, which might be a bi-daily. I don't know. It depends on how busy I am that day
and what kind of news comes out.
Yeah, and what kind of news comes out? Because really, it's like 3 to 6 minutes. It's not too bad. It's just me getting words out is the thing. So, anyways, that was. Well, like I said, it was a lot of fun today. I think this was one of the better episodes. I hope it didn't cut out as far as from our end, anyway.
It didn't. We never went yellow once.
That's great.
Even playing the game, I was keeping an eye on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's that? Thank you to our number 2. I don't know if you can even call you a number 2 fan, Jonathan. Let me tell you this: you cannot be a fan of a show that you only watch 5 minutes of, out of 2 hours.
Oh, he's been here the whole time. Though.
He's been here the whole time, but he didn't play a game with us?
He doesn't have a tablet.
Oh.
If he was on a computer, if you were on a computer, you could have just opened another tab.
Yeah.
It had us running in the back. You could have.
Jonathan would have been funny to play with.
He would have been funny. Oh, we might have gotten demonetized if we let Jonathan play. So
yeah, that's very true. Maybe for the best you didn't join us today.
Okay. So
trying to make this YouTube money.
Yes.
What are you doing? Scarce? Who's scarce?
I don't know. Scarce. So, anyways,
check it. Hello, guys. It's Scarce here.
Oh. All right.
It's a meme. Like anytime you have someone coming through a door, you go, "Hey, guys, it's Scarce here," and you just Photoshop him badly coming through the door.
We hope that we can have some new episodes up on Geek Champs and Horror Champs soon.
I promise I'm working on it.
Zach says he's working on stuff, but he's working 12 to 13-hour days. It's crazy. So
6 days a week.
6 days a week too. So
it's madhouse in his world.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I'm trying to get back in my train of thought. So And also remember to check out our podcast. Until we reach that 10,000 views threshold, we rely on that for our any sort of money flow coming into this show. So if you want to check out the podcast, for this episode, I'm going to cut out the gaming because it wouldn't work for a podcast part. So I'm going to cut that out for for the podcast portion. Cool. And all right, and I think that's enough of the plugging for now. Do you guys have anything else you want to say?
I'm
probably if I check out Thor Ragnarok, I'm gonna try to do a review on my own. I'm gonna see how that goes. Okay. See how doing a video review on my own will go. I might add it to either Daily Show. I'm gonna make it its own video. If I do a video like that. Otherwise, I'll wait till next week. But I'm going to try this because I'm trying to get better at being on my own when I do stuff. Once his channel starts up. Once his channel starts up. Then
just put his hand in his face just because I can.
I will be doing a lot of this, and I need to make sure that I can run this channel on my own while they're running theirs. So, cool.
Alrighty, so with that,
we will say.
I got something I want to do.
Let's have a mic. Oh,
yeah. All right. So this this past week for Halloween, I did a costume contest for Horror Champs, and the winner was. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Let me read it. I probably can pronounce the name.
Yeah, read the name for me.
Luis Monserrati. Monserrati?
Something. Yeah, he won. So he gets a Horror Champs t-shirt.
Yay.
Might I add, I did several reminders. Even Night Hippie Chick did a reminder. Movie Champs did a reminder. We only got 3 entries. However, we had like 40-something people like it. Y'all just didn't want free stuff.
Yeah, we liked it. We liked the costumes, but I didn't want the shirt myself.
It was as simple as putting a hashtag in your Halloween costume pictures. Several people posted their Halloween costumes, just didn't add the hashtag.
So we had to disqualify you.
Don't worry about it. It's just free shirt.
Mm-hmm. Just free stuff.
Just free stuff.
Just free stuff. No, maybe it'll come around again.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably do that every year. So yeah, congratulations to you, Luis. I will get your t-shirt.
Ouch. He's probably not watching.
You're probably not watching.
If you're watching, thank you. If you're not, we'll get in contact.
A really cool. What is his name? It's the dude we saw.
What are you talking about?
From Game of Thrones. You watch Game of Thrones?
Oh, is that the Night King?
Yeah. Looks like the Night King. Yeah.
Yeah, the Night King.
And we saw the dude who played him at the horror movie convention, which
was awesome. Sounds awesome.
We'll do some special video when that comes around again. It's just in Williamsburg. So yeah, I promise, Horror Champs will have a video soon. If I have to come home exhausted and tired and just beat up from work, and I gotta throw a video together, then so be it. But right now I'm working at this local theme park around here. I'm helping them out. It's called Busch Gardens. It's owned by SeaWorld. And it's the biggest. It says it's the biggest Christmas light display in the U.S. I know there's 8.4 million lights that we're putting up and wrapping trees and just throwing across the park.
Why aren't you in a costume on Halloween?
Hey. Get that off of there.
Why the interrogation? Do I need to go to your movie collection to soften the blow?
No.
All right, then. Don't do that to Zach.
I'm curious why somebody is so...
Is that what you were doing this whole time?
Why weren't you in a costume on Halloween?
Okay. What was it? I got off work that day.
Yeah, don't fuss at people.
And I was stuck in traffic. My car got jacked up.
Whoa! Who's... Oh, wait, her name's Jade. Shit, tell her thank you. She just made a donation to Patreon.
Holy cow, did she?
Yeah, Night Hippie Chick.
Nice.
Night Hippie Chick. Good look.
Thank you very much. We got our first bit of money. Yay!
Woo! God, that's why I tell her. I always tell her, you're the best.
Yes, you are.
I don't lie to you. I would never lie to you, Night Hippie.
You were awesome at the games we played. Now you're even more awesome for putting in the Patreon.
You are a official champ now.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
You are a geek champ, a movie champ, a horror champ. You're a champ.
You're just a champ.
Check your Patreon. with that emoji. Oh,
So
you're the bomb, yo.
We'll have to do a Netflix and chill sometime this month.
Yeah, yes, we do now.
So we'll try to work that out now that we have she's at Netflix and chill level.
Oh wow.
So we'll try to do a Netflix and chill. Maybe sometime, I don't know, maybe next Friday if we do a show next Friday.
Okay.
We'll try to set that up.
Next Friday or Saturday, look for Netflix and chill with us.
If you have a movie you want to watch, tell I'm not in the microphone. Let me talk. Let me do this show. It's my show. Okay. So just we'll do a Netflix and chill now that you are a level 5, whatever you call that, movie champ. You're a part of the movie champ fam. You're a champ.
You're a champ. What's up, fam squad?
So now you're officially a movie champ.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes, like I said, Netflix and chill is in the works now.
Yes, it is.
So anybody else that happens to watch this video wants to join in that Netflix and chill.
Got to put in on the Patreon now because now it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming now. So we got a $5 donation. So that means we'll try for next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Granted that
available, Night Hippie. I mean, whenever she's available.
Yes. Oh, whenever you're available. So yeah, if it doesn't work out for you, hopefully it works out. We'll do it Friday, Saturday. We'll just we'll get this worked out.
We'll work it out when it's best for you.
Yes. So it will likely be either Friday or Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the only one that donated, you get to pick the movie.
That makes sense.
That only makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. So
if you want us, if you have a recommendation.
If other people donate, we'll vote on a movie.
Yes.
John, I mean, you cut grass all summer. Make a donation, Jonathan.
John, or Jonathan, you want to be our number 2?
Yeah. Step it up.
Step it up. Okay, anyways. Let's wrap this up, guys.
Yes.
So make sure you guys check out that Patreon, though. Patreon.com/moviechamps. I forgot to plug that. So
looks like we get to keep a host this week.
Yes, we get to keep a host. We were planning on firing Zach.
I'm the only one with a kid. Put the picture back up.
Put the picture back up.
Put the picture of the kid back up.
You want to take food out of that baby's mouth?
No.
No, we don't.
No, actually, she's got a double ear infection. So thoughts and prayers with Layla.
Let's get this.
My daughter went to the hospital today. My daughter went to the hospital today. She got a double ear infection. So sad. So.
All right.
Donate to Patreon. Layla need eardrums.
All right, guys. So again, my name is Walker Cheatham. That's WALKER CHEATHAM. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or just type in Google. I'll probably find some stuff. Don't type in Google, guys. There's a lot of weird stuff in me out there. Don't Google me. Okay. Anyways, I'm Walker Cheatham, and to my other co-hosts.
Go ahead.
EJ Flemming. You can find me at all my social media, which is actively being switched to @GeekChampsEJ. So if you want to find me there, just talking to me about gaming news, anime news, comic book news, whatever, find me there and we can talk about it.
All right, yeah. First of all, Night Hippie Chick, thank you for saying that you hope Layla feels better.
Mm-hmm.
John said, I'll pay in person. All direct deposits go to me.
That is not true.
And I will take him out of his pocket.
Anyway, so my name is Zachary Cheatham. I'm the founder of Horror Champs. You can find me on Instagram at Zachary Cheatham and at Horror Champs. You can find me on Snapchat at Horror Champs. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook at Zachary Cheatham. You can find me on YouTube at Horror Champs.
There's a lot of links in our description if you want to check that out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing a huge Christmas display. When I get time, I will post a video. I'm doing the biggest Christmas display in North America.
Told him already.
I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
It's really cool. If you're in any of the nearby states of Virginia, come check it out. Try to find me. I'll take a picture with you. Something, autograph, anything. So find me, subscribe, all that good stuff. Subscribe to these guys or not. It's fine.
All right, guys. Bye. We love you.
Bye-bye.